Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Today, a little bit I'm late from the average time. Usually, I came here. This is why we have a few of you here, because nobody expect me to be here right now. But soon, people will come. Please invite your friends. Share the link with your friends um, in every possible way. You see, I saw a post on Facebook saying, "Why Christian friends don't debate this guy if he claimed that he is knowledgeable?" Okay. I mean, here I'm here. You see, I made the topic open debate. Can a Muslim answer any question? And just to make it simple, I will change the title. Can a Muslim do a Muslim dare to call me to ask me a question he like me to ask him? I mean, how easy can it be more than this? You are the Muslim. You call me. You tell me, I want you to ask me this question, and I challenge you to answer the question you asked me to ask you. I mean, how simple it is more than this. You call me and you tell me, I want you to ask me the following question, and I challenge you to answer the question you ask me to ask you, and you will see you will not be able to answer. So who is the brave Muslim he dare to do so? They don't, because they knew Islam is a very, very silly religion, and Muslims have no answer for anything. I mean, how easier I can make it for you? You tell me the question. Imagine you are going to take an exam, and then in this school, they say to you, you choose the questions which you like us to ask you. Can I do it? I mean, more easier than this? You tell me the question, call me. Here we go. My Skype is open. You call me, you say to me, hey, Christian Prince, I want you to ask me this question. You will see. First, they don't dare to call. Second, they have no answer for the same question they asked me to ask them. Because Islam is a very funny, stupid religion. But if someone else, if someone, not me, like an American woman or etc., um, she make the same challenge, you will see the Muslim lined up to call her. If somebody is 21 years old, 19 years old, 17 years old, speaking about religion, the Muslims, they will be fighting over talking to him, especially if it's a female. And by the way, here I want to warn Christian ladies. I receive many of you speaking to me, says, I'm talking now, trying to like debating with the Muslim. I mean, did you notice, ladies, that the ones who's talking to you always are male? Let me tell you the mentality of Muslims. They speak to you for one reason. They don't care really for religion. They care for you are a female. He is looking for a female. If you have a picture in your profile and you have a good looking face, this is why he's talking to you. Did you ask yourself why Muslims are not talking to you? I'm talking to an Algerian guy. I'm talking to a Moroccan guy. I'm talking. Did you ask yourself why they are not talking to me? So don't be a foolish woman. Those people, they are not seeking God. The one who is seeking knowing about Christianity, he will not talk to you. He's talking to you just because you are a female and he think you are an easy fish. Otherwise, we are here. Why they don't call us? Here we go. I'm saying even to them, you ask me the question which you like me to ask you. Right? You call me, you ask me the question you like me to ask you. Still, they will not do it. No, my point is, if a women Christian women, they should be speaking to Muslim women. Why you are going to talk to a Muslim man? Those people, they have a wrong mentality about women. You know that they believe that women always are a sex object. So why you are speaking to them? Because simply you are being ignorant and you have no education and you do not know the mentality of those people. Like, why you are someone who have an extreme knowledge, and you are the one who is the source of knowledge, and they are coming to you lined up. Why we don't see the Muslim men lined up to talk to me? Go right now, open an account in Facebook, put a nice picture of a blonde lady. She is young, and you will see all. Actually, you can go right now on Facebook, see any woman. She is posting a picture of herself almost half naked, and you will see 99% of the subscribers are Muslims. It's a fact. So you, as a Christian woman, you should not associate yourself in a place where can lead you to something bad, because those people, they are not talking to you for the purpose of knowing. He can send you a file, he can hack your computer, he can let those who know how to do it do it. If there is a Muslim, he have a question and he want to know, tell him, okay, we have a guy, his name is a Christian Prince. We have a guy, his name is Sam Shamoun. All right, there is many. So what about you send them to them? I welcome everybody. Here we go, my Skype is open. I'm not like the others who like don't take calls and just talk to themselves and then they hang up on themselves. And I'm not putting the Muslims down, my friend. You see, I'm a Middle Eastern. I know the culture we have there. I know how they look at Western women. I know how they look at women. So don't put yourself in such a position. You want to talk to about Christ? Okay, what about you talk to a Muslim woman? Let women speak to women. Let men speak to men. Uh, the legendary Faris. This guy. Actually, this guy, he called himself legendary, the same as Muhammad, he called himself a prophet, but yet he have no prophecy. We asked Faris, the one who called himself legendary Faris, we asked him, what is the prophecy of your prophet? He said he don't need to have one. Isn't it you, Faris, who said that to me? Have you ever heard of a prophet? Muslims, they call him a prophet of God, but yet he do not need to have a prophecy. I mean, this is must be a legendary answer. What is the prophecy of your prophet? He don't need to have one. What? Okay, call me Faris and tell me what is the prophecy of your prophet? Can you call me? What is the prophecy of your prophet? Or you know what? Call me and ask me to ask you a question. This is a guy who he claimed to be a Muslim, but yet he have no idea what Islam is about, and he is the kind of a Muslim. If you ask him a question, he speak about everything except the question we are talking about. You ask him, how tall are you? He will start telling you, well, my neighbor, he have a metal roof and it is a green. And by the way, when we went to the grocery store, he did not find banana yesterday. But this is not my question. This is what the Muslims do. Well, call me Faris, call me. Here we go. We are live on air. Who is the Muslim wanna call me? And he will ask me to ask him a question of his choice. You give me the question, I ask you the question. What do you think? You ask me the question, you tell me, hey Christian Prince, ask me this question. and I will repeat exactly the same words you said to me, and I challenge you to answer the question you asked me to ask you. A nation who go around a room, who kiss a black stone, who bow down to stones, and yet they think they are worshiping God and we are the pagan. All of this religion is based on stones. Stone in the middle, stone in the corner. We go around the stones, we kiss the stones, we touch the stones, and we believe they are holy stones, and yet they call us pagan. Who is the pagan? And to make it more funny, the Muslims, they go to the neighbor house, which is Shaitan house. Satan, he live in the same town, and they throw rocks at the house of Shaitan. Yeah, right. Shaitan, he lived there. I mean, how silly, how stupid this religion is. Do you really think Satan, he lived there? And the funny, what make it more funny, the Saudi, they changed the house of Shaitan. They rebuilt a new one. What happened to the old house? Shaitan, he moved out. He have a new house made from concrete. If we go right now, let me show you. Let us go to images and love. Oh boy. Let us see if we can find the house of Satan. I see it, but all the pictures are from far away, which is very funny. Hold on. All right. Let us see here. Okay. We found something. Let us go back and show you this pagan religion. Let me introduce to you the house of the devil. Where is the picture? Where? Here we go. Guys, this is the house of Mr. Shaitan. And this is the place where you will get injured and you will lose your head, because people who they are far away try to throw rocks at the Shaitan house, but because there is no way they can reach, especially women, you know, like women, they cannot even throw, most of them, they cannot throw the rock like more than like maybe few meters. So you are 100 meters away and you will throw a rock, but because you can't get close, so crowded, so you throw it anyway and you hit whoever in front of you in his head. This is the place where you should, every Muslim should wear a helmet. It's a war zone. And this is a pagan practice before Islam, believing that this is the house of the devil. Now look what the house used to look like, and look at the new house of the devil. The new house of the devil is totally different. Let me look for the new house. Let us go. Stay here first. Stay here, and I will look in different page. I want to show you the new house. They built a new house for the devil. because people they keep throwing rocks, and that thing in the middle, which is the same as a Masonic column, it keep being destroyed. Look here how bigger now it's getting bigger. Look at this here. This is advanced one. This one getting bigger now. Look how higher it is. They are building it up, 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 up. All right. So the house of the devil is a changing, and then later we will find a new house. Just wait for the new house. Uh, Let me show you the new house of the devil. The new house of the devil is not like this no more. Have nothing to do with the old shape. I mean, what kind of religion? You Muslim, you keep changing the house. The Kaaba changed. The Kaaba now is made of concrete. They add many things. Look, this is another picture for the house of the devil. But this is when there is no ceremony of throwing rocks. You see it how it is. This is an old picture, but I'm trying to show you the new one. Let me see. You see how the new one look like? You will not even believe it. They come with a design totally different from the old design, in order for Muslims to easy to hit the rock, because you need to hit the rock in the middle. Where is the pictures? Where is I'm trying to find. I'm looking second page here in the site to see if I can find it. What a religion. What a religion, man. Oh, okay. I will change the search. Here we go. Guys, look at the new modern design of I don't believe it. Look at this. Let me show you this. I'm trying just to find you a clear picture so you can see with me how Islam is very flexible. I mean, that is something. From that little tiny thing in the middle to this big column, and now you will see with me what is the change happened to Islam. I have a lot of pictures in front of me, but I'm trying to choose one which is really take the whole scene from far away. Which one is good? Hmm. Okay, look like we have a few choices to show you. Let us choose this one. I think this one is fine. Guys, look, compare between both pictures. You know what? Let me see if I can show both pictures together. Maybe it's okay. Let us see this. Do you see what happened now? Do you see how the column? This is cement. This is concrete. From the old rocky small column, it used to be like 1 meter high. Then it became 6 meter high. Then it became 5-floor concrete building, and there's a floors. There's a floor underneath. Just to get a close to show you what we have right now, because they have a problem to clean the rocks. So look what they did. They put this rock in the middle, concrete, and now here, if you notice, here where the rocks you throw them, they will go down, and there's a trucks will clean right away. This is the old one. This is the old one. Look at the old one. This is older version, but this is not very old, by the way. This is old, but not very old. And then this is the new one. It looked like the ship, the Ark of Noah. And then you go, there's a floors. You are not done yet, my friend. Look at this. Look at this. So there's upside the floor, there is downstairs the floor, you know, because Muhammad is he's proven to us that he's a false prophet. Don't Muhammad, he knew that this place is not capable of taking all this crowd. You see, I made a calculation based on the numbers Muslims they have of the population of Muslims today. Every Muslim, he have to do Umrah in his lifetime. Umrah is to visit the Kaaba and do like going around the ceremony, the ritual, at least once in your lifetime. And this is a must for every Muslim if he can. Now it's very possible for you to go, because now it's a lot easier than before. You can just take an airplane and you can land in Mecca after a few hours. It doesn't matter really where you live. So every Muslim have a duty to go and visit the Kaaba and visit in this satanic place. But if we have, according to Muslims numbers, which I believe it's a big false numbers, 1.6 billions, and the Kaaba, the city of Mecca, cannot host more, maximum like 2 millions. The city is dead. They can't even have a place for sleeping. They sleep in tents, etc. And how people they can go around the Kaaba inside the sacred mosque, which fit like what, maximum 60,000, 50,000, 80,000. How you can host millions? Because if every, you know, what is the average of life? Especially in Islamic countries, people don't live really maximum 60 years. As generally speaking, the average, like this is the person who live really long, 60 years. But because they are not living healthy and life is tough for the majority of them, the majority of the Muslims are very poor. So most of people, they die in a very early age. So let us say, if we say the average of life, you live 80 years, you live, you know what, you live 100 years. So you have 100 years span to go and visit the Kaaba. You will never have a chance to visit the Kaaba, because the Saudi government, they don't give more than 2 million a year visa, because simply they cannot host more. 2 million out of 1.6 billion, as the Muslims claim their number. That's mean in order to have a chance to visit the Kaaba, you have to live many lives in order to perform what Islam requires you to do. And this is additional proof that Islam is a false religion, and Muhammad, he have no idea that the population of Muslim will be so huge. Otherwise, the idea of going around the Kaaba and touching stones and kissing them, and not only it's pagan, it's stupid, because how this small little town and this is small mosque, you see, they keep building and building and expanding with the mosque they have, but this is still very small. This is a small square. I mean, this is nothing really. They make a floors, second floor, third floor, first floor, but still it is will not be able to host a small number who live in the city. Those who live in the city itself, it's not enough for them for the mosque to host them. There is no way a mosque can host people who live in a city. And then throw in the rocks, which is a practice happen and exist before Islam at this house. And going around the Kaaba, which is a practice exist before Islam, and it's a pagan house. And yet the Muslims, they claim that Abraham, he built the house. And let me ask you, Muslims, Abraham, he built the house, why he left it? What happened? I mean, he built the house in Mecca and then he left. If this is the house of Allah, the biggest one, the most important one, why Abraham he left? Any Muslim can tell us? There is not even a single reference in history about anyone says ever that Abraham he came to Mecca. The Muslim, they say to you, just to show you the contradictions Muhammad he always come with. If you ask the Muslims, was Muhammad, if we ask this guy, he is in text, let us ask him, was Muhammad the first messenger for the Arab? Are you there, the legendary Faris? Who is the Muslim and answer me? Was Muhammad the first messenger to the Arab? They will say yes. So how you say Abraham and Ishmael, and he is the father of the Arab anyway, according to you, he was there, and they are the one who built the Kaaba. Huh? I mean, isn't it, this is a very clear contradiction? Muhammad is the first prophet who came to Mecca, and before him there is no prophet, but yet you claim that Abraham and Ishmael, they are the one who built the Kaaba. And not only that, you claim that Muhammad himself is descendant from Ishmael. Any Abdul? Anyone knows which verse in the Quran it says that there is no messenger came to Mecca before Muhammad? Anyone knows? Who knows? Who is the Muslim can tell me? Legendary Faris, are you there? Can you tell us, brother, where in the Quran it says Muhammad is the only messenger who came to Mecca? Do you have any idea? Hmm? If we go in the Quran, we can find it here. Oh, in chapter 32, verse number 3. Hmm? Chapter 32, verse number 3. What this verse saying? Any Muslim can explain to us? Or do they say he has foraged? Nay, it is the truth from the Lord, that thou mayst admonish a people to whom no warner has come before thee. What a funny religion. What do you mean no warner he came before thee? So why you keep lying to us and you say Abraham was there, Ishmael was there, blah 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 was there, and now we found that Muhammad was the only one was there? Any Abdul? Mayday, Mayday. Abdul is needed. And you know, by the way, the Muslim they say to us that the Arab in the time of Muhammad they were amazed with the Quran, but the Quran says different story. Look, the Quran says that they say to him he's a fabricator. They were not amused. They were saying this is stupid, this is garbage, this is a fabrication. Where is the Arab were amused by this? I mean, what are you talking about? Don't you see it? Those are the Arab. They say to Muhammad This is garbage. Hello, this is, stop doing fabrication and stupid stories. Nobody was amazed with the Quran, and each time Muhammad he speak, he do poo-poo. This guy is a poo-poo guy. Look, now he made a poo-poo. He claimed that he is the first messenger who came to Mecca. There's no other messenger came before him, not even a warner. Yes, my Skype is open. Is your Skype open? Amused. Sorry. Amused. They were found it funny, right? It's my English. Sorry, I should not say that, but I think they were amused. I am amused too. uh, Faris, give me your name. I will call you. Give me your name, my friend, in Skype. What is your name in Skype? Don't look for it, because you will not find it. You know, you will not be able to call me for some reason. It look like Allah don't want me to call me. So give me your name here. I will call you. What's your name? Give me your account. Hello, Faris, brother Faris. Hey Faris, your prophet, he used to recite the Quran, but he have no teeth, brother. How he have no teeth and he can recite the Quran? I mean, this is amazing. The guy Muhammad, he lost all his teeth. They throw a rock at him and they broke all his teeth. Okay, what is your name in Skype so I can call you? I will call you. I don't want you to waste gas. I will call you. Give me your name. Give me your name in Skype. I will call you. I want to know how Muhammad can recite the Quran. The guy, he have no teeth. I mean, that's amazing. He remind me of this false rabbi. Here we go. Faris. Finally, Faris, he called me. Hey, Faris, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How about you, CP? How
Why,
are you doing?
why you are good, Faris? Did you drink camel urine today?
Okay, but just a minute, CP.
No, I'm just
please,
being honest. It's an honest question. Have nothing to do with
yeah,
anything. Did you drink any
Would
camel
that-
urine today or something? Why you feel
can you
good?
give me, okay, can you give me the time to respond to CP, please? Okay.
Respond to what? We did not say anything. We are just saying hello.
No, to ask about the camel urine. Okay, there is something.
Okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Okay. The answer, no. You see, with all due respect to you and to the Christians, my brother, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he did not force us to drink it. Did he force us? He said in
Oh no,
the
to be
hadith,
honest, he did not force you. He just told you to do it. Is it an order or not?
no, it's okay, CP.
Is it an order or not?
Wait, can you give me time, please? I would like to make it
We are having a conversation, Faris. We are having a conversation. Did he order it or not? You say yes or you say no. Did he order it or not?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I have not drank it. Okay.
No. I'm not asking you if you drink it or not. I'm saying, did he order the Muslims to drink it? Yes or no?
It was an optional. It's up to you whether you want to drink it or not. It's some kind of optional. And CP also about this one. Can I say something?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Just two questions. Also, kindly say yes or no. Did you read the Bible from cover to cover?
No, I did not really read the cover because the cover doesn't say anything.
No, CP, my question was very direct and simple question.
I know. I mean, make your question. Go, my friend. I said, I want a Muslim to call me and to ask him a question. He like. Okay. And now you are asking me, did you read the Bible from cover to cover? I mean, come on. This is a, and hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
First of all, if I show you right now that the Prophet, he ordered the Muslim to drink camel urine, are you willing to apologize?
No. Okay. Can you give me the time to respond?
What time to
Thank
respond? You just told me no, he did not order
No,
us.
you're waiting for my response. How can I say something
My
and you
friend,
keep
you just
interrupting
respond
me?
already. You told me a second ago.
Wait,
Give me time to respond.
I
I shut
agree.
up.
You see,
You
it was an
respond. You said
optional.
the prophet did not
Yes.
order us to, or I said, did he
No,
not
no, no,
order you?
no.
He said no, he did not order.
What
If
I
I show
said.
the proof right now that the prophet he ordered you, the prophet of Islam, he ordered you
Mhm.
to drink camel urine, what you will do? Are you willing to apologize?
Okay, can I say something? Thank you.
Oh, again, can I say something? You
See,
are saying
see,
something already. Let us go to the
see,
point,
I mean,
man.
with all due respect, why
Did
are you
he
doing
did
this? I
he
mean,
order
give me the
them to
time to
drink the
respond.
camel urine? Either you say yes, firm.
Yes, he ordered us, but it was an optional. It's up to you whether
Guys, it's an order. It's an optional order.
you
A
see.
second
It's up
ago,
to you.
look at the hypocrisy. A second ago, I asked you the same
No, no,
question. You
it's not
said
a
no.
hypocrite.
You said no. I asked
God
you,
forbid it.
did
You
your
see,
prophet? No, 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 no,
the
no, no.
reason.
Everybody is watching. Everybody is my witness. It's recorded. I asked you, did the
Okay,
prophet
go
order
ahead.
you to
This
drink
is
camel
very
urine? You
funny,
said no.
Mano.
Why you are lying, Faris? Come on. You cannot play games with
God
the Christian
forbid it.
Prince. I am
You
the
would like
Christian
to
Prince,
read
and
the
you are not. Here
translation?
we go. This is the reference in the front.
Once you
It says
finish, you see
it
how
says in the
I'm
front of me.
patient. I'm
It,
as
it
always.
says أمرهم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بشربها. Do you see it? Why you are lying? The
Wait,
prophet he ordered them to
have you
drink the piss
finished?
of the camel. Now,
Yeah,
so
make
he
it like the last time and close the phone like the last two times.
no, no, no,
Anyhow,
no, no.
you
Wait,
see
wait, wait, wait.
what I have
The
said.
question
No,
is
no, I'm not
why
gonna
you
give you
did
the
lie.
time. If you would like to close the phone,
Why
it's up to
you
you,
did
baby.
lie?
Because I am the only Abdul, as you saying.
No,
Wait a
you are
minute.
not the
You
only
see,
Abdul. You are not.
anyhow,
First of all, let me ask you a
anyhow,
question.
anyhow. Give
Do
me
you
the
sh
time because
do you
you're
shave your
running your
mustache?
mouth
Do you shave
24
your
hours.
mustache? Listen,
That's not good.
Faris, do you shave your mustache? Do you shave your mustache or not?
Huh?
Do you shave your
No,
mustache?
no, I have not. I have not. I have not.
Okay, let me ask you another question. This is I'm not being
No,
I'm not
you
being
keep
rude. I'm just
avoiding
trying to
my
have a
question.
conversation with you
This is
because
the first question of the
obviously
turn.
you are not a Muslim because the Prophet he ordered the Muslim to shave their
Yes,
mustache.
I know that. I
Okay,
know that.
so
I
you
know
are
that.
not shaving your mustache, you are not drinking camel
No,
urine, and your wife
okay.
she is taking hair from her face. I am sure. Did she? She take hair from her face.
When you finish, please give me
Do
the
your wife
time
take hair from her
because
face? Obviously
you're
she
just,
does. Otherwise, you
I
will not
mean,
even
making
stay married to her. She will
accusation.
divorce her.
You know
So
about the camel urine? It
obviously you
is
Muslims don't want to be Muslims.
the
Nobody want to
Bible.
practice Islam.
Yeah, the Bible has also. If you just, I mean, open the Bible
The
on
Bible.
Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have the Bible with you, that's great because we both know that you haven't read the Bible from cover to cover, or I mean, in short, fully every verse. Because you see about the camel urine, it is something worse. It has in the Bible. It is.
Really?
Wait a minute. Yeah, go ahead
Mm.
and please kindly
Okay, read
read
for
it
us.
for me, so you will be
Read for us
sure.
the verse saying that Christians should drink
No,
camel
no,
urine.
no. CP. Okay, but you see, I give the time. You give me any verse in the Quran, I will read it. I am not ashamed to read the Quran. I believe the Quran
My
is the
friend,
word of
you
God.
are ashamed to
But
read
if
the whole
you
Quran, and this is why you did not
give me
ask
the
me
okay any verse, you give
until
me any
now.
verse, I will read it.
Okay,
I
here we
will read
go.
it gladly.
I will give you a verse which have no shame in it. All right?
Wait a minute.
It
You
has no
see, you
shame.
keep no, no, no.
Hold
Don't
on. You just said to me, give me a verse. I will
if
give you a
you're
verse. Are
now.
you
I
willing?
did not take my
Are
here.
you willing to take the
I
verse
know
or not?
you're gonna
Huh?
close. I
Okay.
know you're gonna close the phone like the last time.
No,
Just give me
why I want
time.
to close the
I'll
phone?
talk.
I'm having fun, Abdul. Come
Wait
on,
a
listen.
wait a minute.
Here we
Okay,
go.
no, no, I'm not
This is
gonna
a
listen.
verse
I
in the
have
front
just
of
know
you.
your strategy.
This is a verse
You listen.
in the front of
You listen.
you. Read it for us and explain to us.
I'm going to read
Any
it.
Muslim
I'm going
woman,
to.
she can give her private part to the Prophet.
I'm going to read it. You see,
What kind
I'm
of a
not ashamed
prophet
to
and
read
what
the
kind of
Quran.
religion?
The thing, you see, I just would like to make. I'm not here also to fight. It's quite. I mean, 3 a.m. And anyhow, about the camel, you said about the camel urine. Okay, the Bible in Matthew chapter 34, verse number 12. God commanded. I mean, the people to eat their poops and make it in a sandwich. Go ahead
That's
and
a big
read it.
fat lie. Read the verse and everybody will laugh at you.
Now you see you don't have the Bible because
That
you
is
have
a big
never
fat lie. That is a big fat lie. No,
Bible.
don't tell me I don't have a Bible. I
Have you
have a
read the
Bible. I
Bible?
have a Bible.
You said you don't.
Read
See,
for us the
for the
chapter you
Christian,
said and the verse you said.
for
No.
we know.
Everybody
I
will laugh
know.
at you. I challenge you, Abdul. You are a coward. You are a coward. You mention
No,
something,
no.
you prove it. You
Listen,
mention
I will
something,
give
you prove it. Read for us the
you.
verse. Read for us the verse. Let us laugh.
You see, I'm not ashamed to read
Let
it.
us laugh,
Wait
guys.
a
He
minute.
said Just to show you how stupid you are. In
about
Matthew, in the book of Matthew, there's no chapter of 34, you idiot. Did you say Matthew chapter 34? There's no Matthew chapter 34.
If you open the Bible, you see, you're not
There's
gonna open it
there's
because
nothing is
I
called
know
what
and
Matthew?
know
What Matthew chapter 34?
chapter. See, there is a book called, because there is Matthew, Luke, John, and I don't know.
I heard this before, brother. I heard this before. You said Matthew chapter 34. Where we can find Matthew chapter 34, brother?
Chapter 34, verse 12. You see, read it. Go
brother,
ahead.
there's no chapter. It's called chapter 34, brother.
I just would like to make something.
My brother,
see,
my friend, where we can find Matthew chapter 34?
Never read the Bible.
Abdul, what's wrong with you? Abdul, what's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Okay, I'm asking you, my friend. Abdul, wake up, Abdul. Listen, where we can find that verse you mentioned in the Bible? I want you to show it to us. I'll read it for us, please.
You see, I don't have the Bible because
Abdul, no, you have the Bible. Obviously, you are the one who said to me, Christian Prince, you did not read it from the cover to the cover, and obviously you are the one who did read it from the cover to the cover, and this is why we cannot find from the cover to the cover where the chapter you are talking about, where we can find Matthew chapter 34, verse number 13, as you said.
Ask your Bible. Ask her about the scholars.
What my scholar, my friend Abdul? What's wrong with you? What is scholar? What is scholar? Abdul, what's scholar?
You just keep interrupting. That's a very funny.
What's wrong with you? What's scholar? I want to ask all the scholars in the world, my friend. I'm all what I'm asking you. See, when a Muslim he asks me a question about Islam, I show him the verse. I read the verse for him. I show him the interpretation. Now you say to us, you have a chapter saying that God, he said, make poop as a sandwich. I want to see the verse. You said to me Matthew chapter 34.
See, the Christians have never ever and also
guys, and he called himself the Legendary Faris.
Now I have finally become the super Legendary Faris, not just a legendary.
Abdul, the book of Matthew, the book of Matthew, Abdul, the book of Matthew does not contain 34 chapter. So you are being a fool. Sorry to say.
No, you're the fool. You're the fool.
Well, then prove me wrong. Where in the book of Matthew we can find Matthew chapter 34?
I don't know. You see, I just check out the. You see, my way. I just.
Okay. So you do not know what are you talking about? This is stupid of you, but this is normal for a Muslim.
I know. Because the Christian also.
Let us go to the Quran. Abdul, you know what? I'm going to ask you to ask me a question you like me to ask you.
I don't need about, you see, about that challenge. I did not understand it, and I don't care about that.
You are very slow. I understand. I will repeat the challenge. I challenge you to ask me to ask you a question you are sure you can answer. Is it easy? I mean, how easy it can be more than this? I challenge you. Listen. I challenge you to ask me to ask you a question you can answer.
I have listened already to this.
Abdul.
I'm here just to make it.
No, not again. Let us go to business. Already we got you busted many times. So I'm asking you, please, can you ask me to ask you a question you can answer? Yes or no? Can you ask me a question you can answer?
One question you did not even respond.
Choose an answer. Choose a question you can answer. Give me a question. I will ask you exactly the question as you give it to me.
Say yes or no.
Do you see why? Do you see why I hang up on him? Do you see why I hang up on him? He's a kid, stupid kid. Maybe he is 50, 60 years old. I have no idea, but he's a stupid kid. What I can do? I mean, I have no patience for stupidity. Sorry. Brother Thitter. The Christian, they make fun of the Bible of the Holy Prophet, saying that the Prophet he ordered us to drink camel urine. First of all, camel urine is very tasty and it's 10 times better than drinking Pepsi Cola. And actually, in Pakistan and Afghanistan, they found that American they brought something it's called 7-Up, and since that time we Muslims we walk 7 steps and we jump because of that drink. So I advise all the Muslims to follow the sunnah of the Prophet and to drink camel urine only. Thank you very much. The Prophet he did not order us to drink camel urine. I show a reference, then he said yes, he ordered us, but it's optional. Have you ever heard of an order which is optional? It's an optional order, brother. Abdul, I don't know how smart you are, how stupid you are, but when you say an order, it's not an optional. Otherwise, we will not call it order. We need an adult Muslim to call us, please. Stop sending me people in the age of 50 or 60. I want an adult. Muhammad at the age of 54, he felt like he's a teenage and he married Aisha at the age of 6. And there's a woman in Austria, she paid fine for calling Muhammad a child molester. Sorry, lady, you are wrong. Muhammad is not a child molester. He is a pedophile, child molester who molested children. Muhammad did not molest. He raped them. Now, do we have any adult Muslim want to call us? I am not ashamed to read the Quran. What do you mean ashamed? Look at this. وامرأة وهبت نفسها للرسول إن أراد النبي أن يستنكحها. And you what? To if her. If the prophet he wished to if her. Any woman she want to give herself to the prophet, and the Muslim they give false translation. If the prophet want to marry her, name for me one woman Muhammad she offered herself and he married her. Just one. You cannot find one. He effed them only. Excuse my language. He don't marry them. And the Quran doesn't say the word marriage. Why in the world a man who is a prophet of God, he have many wives already, his God made verse for him says, it is lawful for me, for you, all the women, brother, including any believing women who gave herself, look at the Muslim translation, who dictate her soul. Muhammad will sleep with her soul. What is the purpose of this? It's sex. What dictate her soul? Hello, Prophet. I dictate my soul for you. Okay, take off your panty. What soul, my friend? Where is the word soul coming from? Nafsaha, it's about herself, not her soul. Why, Muhammad is God or he's the devil maybe? Because how you can dictate your soul to a man? Huh? Hello? Do we have any Muslim here would like to call us? Who is a Muslim is going to call me and ask me a question which he like me to ask him? Any Abdul? And brother, in Matthew chapter 34, it says drink, eat poo sandwich. Matthew 34. Look like Matthew extending, you know, like maybe Matthew he wrote more chapters later. He's a kid. I want to speak to an adult, a Muslim, 6 years and older. Sorry. From now on, we will not receive any phone calls from a Muslim under the age of 6, which is the age of maturity in Islam according to Muslims. Aisha, she was a mature female at the age of 6. Alhamdulillah. And the Muslims, to defend their prophet, they start making articles saying that Aisha, she was 18 years old, brother, and even one of them he said she was 31. Hey, Abdul, when Aisha she was 18, Muhammad was dead. Do you think she did marry him after he died? Oh, he's a prophet. Even he's dead, but yet his willy is working. The guy is dead, yet he can have sex with Aisha, and Aisha she married him after he died. Yeah, right. Hello.
Hello, brother.
Hey, my friend, how are you?
The Abduls have decided not to call.
Yeah. Did you find for me the chapter, Matthew chapter 34?
They are looking for Matthew 34.
I keep looking.
I think, yeah. Now, I just wanted to make a contribution, CP.
All right.
If you read, and maybe you can open it for me, the Quran chapter 35 and verse 24.
Yeah, the Muta one. Okay.
Yeah, if you could read it. Chapter 35 and verse 24.
All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah. So basically, in that verse, Allah says that there were, to every people, every nation, He sent a warner before Muhammad. There was no, there was never a nation.
You said 424.
No, 35:24.
Oh, sorry, I got you wrong. Okay, so I thought you were talking about that. 35.
35 verse 24.
All right, okay.
I'm not very sure what it says in Arabic, but the English says that there was never any nation among the sons of Adam.
Yeah.
But Allah sent warners to them.
Yeah.
So if every people group received a warner, and then remember the verse you read earlier on chapter 32.
Yeah.
It says that the Arabs didn't have a warner. They didn't have a prophet before Muhammad. So it means Allah is just confused here.
Well, there is many verses speaking about the same issue, that the Arab have no messenger except Muhammad. You know, and the other issue too. The Quran confirmed that Muhammad he was sent to the people of Mecca and what is around it in the neighborhood. You know. So how the Muslims, because at that time Muhammad, his dream is local. You know, to be acknowledged, to be a prophet locally. He was not thinking about the corporation, how big is going to grow. So at that point he want to be a prophet for Mecca and what is around it. If you go in the Quran, it says, chapter 6 verse number 92, it says that Allah he sent him as a warner or as a messenger for what, for the city of the mother of the villages and what is around it. Okay, but this is a very small town. I mean, this is Mecca, is a very small tiny place. So he sent him only to that place and not to go anywhere else. So Muhammad later, when he found that he's growing by numbers, when he became victorious in his army, then his dream expanded to go and open branches over other countries. Otherwise, in the beginning, he was just thinking of being a prophet for the Arab around Mecca, and that's it. You know, it was a limited dream, and hoping he is going to accomplish it.
That's very true, because again, if you read chapter 26 and verse 214, it says that you may warn your kinsmen who are close to you. So initially, it was just a warner to the Arabs. In fact, to the Qurayshi.
Yeah, this is why the Quran speak about why the Quran is in Arabic. You see, the Quran says that we never send a messenger except in the language of his people, so they might understand, and that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
But then we find that Muhammad he switched, contradicting himself, claiming that he is a messenger for the world. The whole world have to convert to Islam. But how the Quran says we never send a messenger except in the tongue of the people, which means the messenger have to speak. Yes. He have to be with them, and it says in Arabic, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِن رَسُولٍ إِلَّا بِلِسَانِ قَوْمِهِ, which means his people. So he have to be from the people to speak in the tongue of the people. And Allah he speak about that in the time of Muhammad, not later. We never send. You see, he said we never send a messenger except he speak in the tongue of his people. All right. So as long Allah he never send, and he will not send anyone except in the tongue of his people, and he have to be from his own people. So then how Muhammad will be a messenger for the Persian, for the Roman, for the African, for when he don't speak any tongue except the Arab tongue? You know, that is a clear contradiction. And here actually even the Quran says clearly, so they might understand. You know,
I mean, I think Allah was just confusing himself here and there, or maybe somebody was speaking for Allah, because with all these contradictions.
No. It's first of all, there is no Allah. Muhammad here is you know, trying to confirm himself as an Arabian prophet for the Arab, and this is why I'm speaking to you in the language which you understand. I understand because people before, they have a prophets who have spoken many languages. You know, Moses
Yeah.
spoke many languages, Jesus spoke many languages. So why Muhammad don't speak many languages? So Muhammad here, he want to confirm to them that Allah, he never sent any messenger except to speak in the language of his people, so they might understand. So why I am speaking to you in this language, so you might understand, because you are an Arab, I am an Arab. So now this is an Arabian religion for the Arab. But later, when he found that he is able to accomplish more than what he dreamed of, then this verse here, he forgot about it. It's not important no more. Suddenly he is a prophet for all mankind. And now here, if we ask the Muslims, if you ask any Muslim, he will say to you, Arabic is very hard language.
Yeah, that's what they say.
And no, it's not about what they say, it's about what it is. Arabic is very hard language. You know, there's a lot of a grammar, etc. It doesn't matter how much you study, still you make mistakes in the grammars. The grammar is very complicated. The language is very rich with words. You know, the line alone have more than 300 names, so you will spend like a year to remember them alone. So and then you speak to a Muslim today like Zakir Naik, why and how, you know, you will be able to understand the Quran when the Quran is not your language. Zakir Naik, he might say to you, well, how you understand the Bible but it's not in your language? Well, first of all, my Bible is allowed to be translated. You Muslims cannot. The translation of the Quran is not considered to be a Quran, is considered a translation. For us, we consider translation as much accurate it can be. We consider it still to be the Bible. So I can understand, yes, but a Muslim, he cannot understand the Quran for a very simple reason. Even those who speak Arabic, they cannot understand the Quran in Arabic. So how the one who don't speak Arabic, he can understand the Quran which is written in Arabic?
So even the Arabs have to study the Quran.
No, the Quran confirmed that. The Quran says that why they cannot consider the Quran, why they cannot understand the Quran, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. So why they cannot do that? Because simply he said to them, if this book is not from God, you will find a lot of contradiction. Chapter 4, verse number 82.
82, yes.
So why they cannot consider the Quran, why they cannot understand the Quran? Simply because nobody can understand the Quran. Muhammad himself can understand. The Quran itself says that there is a huge part of the Quran nobody knows what it does mean save Allah, and this is chapter 3, verse number 7.
So why did he bring it if we cannot understand it?
There's no point for sure, but Muhammad, because he's a thief, you see, if I go to you, let's say you say, Christian Prince, I want you to teach us physics. Okay. Now I don't know physics, so what I do, I go and get a book of somebody and I write for you what is written in the book. But the second you ask me a question about why this here, I say Allah knows best. I don't know.
I mean, you know? That's funny, because if you say Allah, only Allah understands, and then on the other verse you say, I have revealed this in Arabic that you may understand, and then you go ahead and tell me I cannot understand, only Allah understands. So what are you trying to say?
Simply, it's not about he understand, it's about Muhammad himself. He is just a thief. He do not understand what he's saying. He's a person who say things he himself, he have no idea how he can explain them, because he is not the one who made them. Most of the Quran is made by someone else. The verses which is about his sex, any woman she want to give herself to him, those Muhammad, he understand them very well.
My last question. Yeah. The other day you mentioned about Ishmael, Israel, Jibril, that hill. That means that there is this God, you know, Ishmael or Jibril, and not Jibril Allah or Ishmael or something like that. How can there be that connection between these Hebrew names and Allah, which is more.
This is additional proof that Muhammad is nothing but a thief. Because how come eel is very important word in the names which Muhammad he came with? As you see, Israel, Jibreel, Mikael, Azrael, Israfil, all the names Muslims they have, it's connected to eel, Ishmael, but yet they do not know. They cannot, not even one of them he knows what eel. Muhammad himself, he never said what eel is. So Muhammad, because he thought those are one name. Like if you ask the Muslims, if we know what Jibreel mean, where we will find the answer? He will say to you, we have to go to the Bible right away, because nobody knows what they mean really. This is not a, this is those are foreign names, but yet the Quran claimed that this is a pure Arabic. So it's a pure Arabic book, but the major words in this book are not Arabic. How that can be? The Quran confirmed in many places that this is a very pure Arabic book, have no crock in it. وَأَنزَلْنَاهُ قُرْآنًا عَرَبِيًّا, chapter 12 verse number 2, chapter 13 verse number 37, chapter 16 verse number 13. It confirmed that other there's people who speak in languages, they speak about different religion, but they are not pure Arab. This book is a pure Arabic language and have no crocks in it. So how Muhammad he says such a thing when the whole Quran, including the word Quran itself is not an Arabic word? So how in the word Muhammad he claimed that this is so Arabic and so clear and so pure Arabic and have no foreign language in it, when we find everything inside is a foreign? You know what? I challenge any Muslim to call me and to find me one thing in the Quran is Arabic. What about we do this? Starting from the word Mecca.
But there is the word Bakka in the Quran.
Even Bakka is not Arabic. Bakka, Mecca, all those names are not Arabic. Including Muhammad is not Arabic. Including Isa is not Arabic. Including Allah is not Arabic. Including what? I mean, what is left? What is left? Nothing Arabic. This book have nothing to do with Arabic or Arab. You see, there is nothing is called Arab anyway. I explained to people many times, Arab are not an ethnic. It is not an ethnic group. Arab is an Aramaic word itself. The word Arab is an Aramaic word which means those who live in the desert. So
they do
the one who live in the desert, let's say it's a generic name for whoever live in the desert. From they call them the savage, those who don't take a shower once a year because they live in a tent, they move from place to place. So like now you say gypsy, in the old days. So Arab have nothing to do with ethnic. Whoever live in the desert, he's an Arab. This is why you see in the Bible it says that in Arabia is what? Is the desert.
Yeah.
It's not really a location of a country, it is a desert, So he live in Arabia, he's an Arabian, he's a desert merchandise. They go from town to town, they are the same as the gypsy, exactly,
So how did we then come to have a language called Arabic?
Okay, well, by time, this there is those people who live in certain life, Bedouin life, because they travel from place to place, they don't have houses to live in, so they are mixed with many other cultures.
Yes.
So they come back, like I go right now, I go to India, I come back, I learn a few Indian words, I start using them, especially if those things came with invention. Like now you live in Middle East, still you say computer, I mean, okay, well, you buy a phone, you call it phone, telephone. So it's word you learn from other nations, and then they will be inserted inside your language, and they will be part of it, and then by time they became very in the core of the language. So Arabic, what we call Arabic language, it took a lot of time to develop, and it's a mix of many languages. It's not a language by itself, it's a collection of languages. You know,
Mm.
this is
Yeah.
why we cannot really separate Arabic from other languages, especially Aramaic.
Yeah.
Like now, you know, languages is mixed around the world, not only in Arabic. Like you when you pray as a Christian, now you say Amin.
Mhm.
Okay, Muslim they say Amin, but none of those words have to do with Arabic or even with the word Hebrew. This is a word coming from the Aramaic.
Mhm.
It's older than the Hebrew. So Aramaic they say Amin, we say Amin, which means I agree, I believe. So you find yourself speaking Aramaic, but you do not know that you are using Aramaic every day. The letters, the you see, they say to you, as an example,
Yeah.
which is a lie. They say to you that the numbers, the numbers you use right now, like 1, 2, 4, 3, 4, etc. They say to you those are Arabian numbers. This is false. This is a big fat lie. Those are Aramaic alphabet. The Aramaic alphabet, it's numbers and alphabet in the same time. And through time, the look of those alphabet it changed. You know, to be more like to make it more clear, to be written, to be printed, etc. So you will find that the Aramaic nation is one of the most amazing, powerful nation ever exist for mankind. They are the first to create writing. You know, I heard that the Egyptian, etc. I believe no, I believe the Aramaic is the first who, you know, they control, like they are the first to learn how to sail in the ocean, to make boats. The word Europe is Aramaic, the word Africa is Aramaic. I mean, you will be astonished if you study the language and you try to find out the roots of words. You will find a lot of secrets have to do with the Aramaic language. So Islam itself is based on Aramaic. Like if you go and then you will find, you know, the Quran says Alif Lam Mim. This is stolen from the Aramaic. This is why Muslims do not know what Alif Lam Mim mean. Kahayas, what Kahayas mean? So the Muslims are confused and they start guessing. Maybe he meant this, maybe he meant that, maybe etc. Why? Because if you remember,
Mhm.
the Hadith says that Waraq ibn Nawfal, who is the real father of Muhammad, he was translating a book, which is the
What do
Gospel.
you mean? What do you mean Waraka bin Nawfal is the real father of?
Yeah, obviously, I don't know if you have my book. If you remember in my book, I quote the story which is mentioned by Muslim, not by me, that when Muhammad, the father of supposedly the father of Muhammad,
Yes, Abdallah.
he wanted to sleep with Amina.
Amina.
In his way to go there, the sister of Waraqa, she came to him and she offered him 100 camel in order to go with her home. Now, why in the world a woman in the middle of nowhere, she is the sister of Waraqa, she will offer such an, I don't believe that in that number, the 100 camel. I mean, I mean, hey ladies, if there's any women she want to offer me 100 camel, what about 100 car? I mean, it's like saying 100 car at that time. I mean, it's obviously it's a story of exaggeration, but it doesn't matter really if it's a camel or 10 camels. But why she offer herself? And then Muhammad father, supposedly the supposed father, when he went and he slept with Amina, he came back and he asked her if she still the offer is open. She said no. You can read the reference of my book. So why she don't want him to sleep with him no more? Obviously she was sent by her brother to make him not to go to this woman and to take his sister, because obviously Waraqa, he was sleeping with her. And later we find that each time Muhammad is lost, they found him with Waraqa ibn Nawfal. And then later we find that when Waraqa ibn Nawfal he passed away, do you remember what Muhammad tried to do?
He tried to commit suicide.
Commit suicide. Okay, why a person he would try to commit suicide? Because Waraqa he died.
Somebody else had died.
Same time, why it says he became so sad to the point he tried to commit suicide, and it says that the inspiration of Allah stopped. Okay, that's mean the inspiration of Allah have a connection, strong connection with the existence of Waraqa. Why? Because Waraqa was the one who is making Muhammad, preparing him to run his business. Waraqa, he is a part of a cult, Nasara, and he want Muhammad to carry on as a Nasara. Khadija is Nasara, Waraqa is Nasara, Muhammad is Nasara. Muhammad did not come with a new religion. Muhammad come with the Nasara cult. So in the beginning, Muhammad, he was a Nasara, and then Muhammad trying to find a place for himself. The Nasara, they did not accept him. The Sabian did not accept him. The Jews did not accept him. But yet he is under the influence of all of them.
And CP, I sometimes think that even his marriage to Khadija was a Nasara marriage.
Absolutely, because as I said, the family, all of them, they are Nasara. All of them, they are Nasara. Waraqa is Nasara. Khadija is Nasara. Even the Muslim agree and they admit that they say Khadija was Nasara.
And because and they lived together 25 years without a second wife, because Nasara marriages are monogamous.
There is two reasons for that: because she was a Nasara and because she is in control.
Yes, she was rich.
She was rich and he was working for her. So when Khadija she died, Muhammad now finally he got the money and he's free again, you know, and now he is a teenage again. Right? Yeah. But everything in Islam Islam is not a religion by itself. Islam is a mix. It's like a dumpster. Everybody dumping there something, and from that dump we make a religion. If you go in the Quran, all the stories in the Quran, you will find them is coming from the legions of other belief. Like, you know, the story of the group of people who they asked their prophet to make a rock bread net and deliver a camel which is a bread net. I mean, that's funny. What camel, bread net, and rock big? So, and then Allah he gave them the camel and he told them, don't you know, like he divide the day for drinking water, blah blah blah, and don't hurt the camel. And later they killed the camel, so Allah he punished them and he destroyed them. I mean, what this is about? So stories, all the stories, even the Arab at the time of Muhammad, they keep saying to him, this is the legions of old generation. We heard them before you. You have nothing to do with them. We know that they are fairy tale. You know, asatir al-awwalin. You know, the fabulous of old days. So if you read in the Quran, you will find that this is mentioned in the Quran 9 times. 9 times the Arab saying to Muhammad, and this is when the Quran say that 9 times. So you can imagine how many times the Arab they said that to him. You know, because to make it appear 9 times in a book, that's mean that Muhammad here hear this from the Arab every day, that this is nothing but the fabrication, the legions of all generation, and this is nothing but a lie, you know. So here we go, read with me. This is not else than a fabulous of men of old. This is what the Arab said to Muhammad in his lifetime. They did not say you brought to us something we do not know. They said to him, this is a fabulous. They did not say it's just a story. They didn't even agree with the story. They told him this is a fairy tale story. We know it. You know, so Muhammad was collecting fairy tale stories, like the story of Alexander the Great, who found the sun sitting in murky water. You know, there is a book written long after Alexander the Great in the Middle East. I think it's written by a Syrian writer about, it's like a fiction book. It's about Alexander the Great, which means, you know, sometimes fiction books they use real figure, but it's a fiction story. You know, they mix, yeah. So this guy, he wrote, I forgot the name of this person. He wrote a book about Alexander the Great, and in his book he mentioned that Alexander the Great, he went all the way until he found where the sun set, and it's exactly as it is in the Quran. And then Muhammad, he took it, he put it in the Quran, the same as the story of the 7 sleepers. The 7 sleepers, written by a Syrian writer. His name Al-Yaqubi or Yaqub. He's a bishop, Christian bishop, and he's not Nasara, he's a Christian, really Christian. And he wrote a fiction story, which is to make the Christians, the Christian youth, strong in faith. And you know, he did not hide that this is. He did not tell them this is a miracle. No, he said this is a fiction story, but to teach the youth like it's a parable about have patience. Today we are under discrimination. Tomorrow we will be victorious. So he wrote the seven sleepers. Muhammad, he took it and he claimed that Allah told him the story. You know, if you remember, you know, before we mentioned when if you go in the Quran, why Muhammad speak about Al-Qurnayn, was Muhammad asked for it, or Allah told him voluntarily? No, the Quran says in chapter 18 verse number 83, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنْ ذِي الْقَرْنَيْنِ, they are asking thee about the man with the two horns.
With the two horns,
and
yes.
you will notice here that this is the name as mentioned in that story book, the man with the two horns. You see, even the name is not. Have you ever heard of a guy, his name is the man with the two horns? Why? He's a cow. But this is how the person in that fictional story, which is about Alexander the Great, he was titled that because he wear a hat of have two horn, Roman hat, you know, for war. They wear it for war. But according to Muslim, I don't know if you know the explanation why this guy is called the man of the two horn. Do you know why?
No.
Well, they say that this man Zul Qurnayn, when he went to his people to tell them about to convert to Islam. All right, and when he told them to convert to Islam, his people, they did beat him with the hammer in his head, and he got the first horn and he died. And then Allah, he resurrected him from death. So he went again to warn them about joining Islam, and they did beat him again with the hammer in his head, and he got the second horn, and that makes sense. And he died.
So he died twice.
He died it, yes. And but this is the most funny explanation why he was called the man with the two horn. Because his people did beat him with the hammer. I mean, by the hammer. It's not like, it's like a cartoon, Tom and Jerry. It's like did not beat him with a sword. No, with the hammer, to make it like why he have a horn. Otherwise, how a man he is a man with a two horn? Any Muslim can explain to me? And look here, the Muslim, they don't translate what Dhul Qurnayn mean because it's funny story, funny name. I mean, how you want to call him the man with the two horn?
The two-horned one. They can't translate
but they can't translate that because that will make the Quran look stupid. So they keep it Dhul Qurnayn. So you as a foreigner, you read like Dhul Qurnayn. What is that? I mean, you might think this is a name. Additional proof that Muhammad is a false man. If you remember, when Muhammad speak about the father, the father of Abraham,
Azar.
Okay. If you read all Islamic interpretation and Islamic reading, even translation, they say they translate the word Azar as if it's a name of the name of the father of Abraham. So Abraham, he said to his father Azar. All right. So now the Abdul, they start squeezing their head. So the name of Abraham father is Azar. So he said to him, Azar, are you going to worship idols? But Azar is not the name of his father. This is a word in Aramaic, it's mean foolish, stupid. This is how stupid this religion is. So what it was stupid became the name of the father of Abraham. Why? Because this is a book stolen from the Aramaic language. They have nothing to do with it. It's an aftermarket book written by Waraq ibn Nawfal, who sometimes translate like today. Now you see the Muslim translate it to English, a hadith, and then they say they translate the whole line in English, and then suddenly they say a few words in Arabic. Why you leave it there? Because supposedly people, they knew already what it says. There's no need to translate. You know what I mean? So here Azar, this guy, he did not translate it. So the Muslim, they are disconnected. They do not know what Azar means. So they thought Azar is the name of the father of Abraham. Have you ever heard of somebody, his father, his name is foolish?
So
and how a man, he will say to his father foolish, and this is Abraham. And you know, simply what the story here is saying, that Abraham, he said this is foolish, speaking to his father, saying this is foolish to worship idols, and that makes sense.
No, I read about the birth of Abraham, that when he was born, he was hidden in a cave until he was like 10 years old. And then the day he got out of the cave, he saw the moon, and then he said, "This is my God."
This is no. He said he started calling this is Akbar. Yeah. هذا ربي هذا أكبر.
So at that time he was aged 10 years, and that was the first time he was coming out of the cave.
No. There's, first of all, when they say this is 10 years, this is absolutely cannot be true, because you know, where they get the number of 10 years, where they get this from?
I don't know. I read that in
no.
one of the books.
If you read the verse here, you see.
Yeah.
If we go in the verses, you will see he is debating his people. He is debating his people for his 10 years. All right, and then if you read the story, it says وَإِذْ قَالَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ لأبيه آزَرَ أَتَتَّخِذَ أَصْنَامًا آلِهَةً. He said that to his father when he's 10 years. Are you going to take idols that are, no. And even the story says that Abraham, he destroyed the idols. So he did not destroy it when he was, because at 10 years old he cannot destroy the idols who they are made of rocks.
Yeah, that's true.
So he destroyed it, and then the conversation continue. And then so when the night come, he saw a planet, and he said, this is my God, this is Akbar. And then when the planet is gone, he said, I don't like the one who go. And then he saw the moon. He said, this is my Lord. And then he said, I don't like the one who goes. And then when he saw the sun, he said, this is my God, this is Akbar. Here, by the way, this is a very important thing about Akbar. I mentioned many times that Akbar is not a word meaning great. In Arabic today, it's mean bigger. But here in this verse, we learn a confirmation that the sun is the only one is called Akbar.
Wow. Well, I think CP, there's a lot to learn. Let me give time for the other callers also.
All right. All right. Thank you, my friend, for calling.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Bye.
Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Anyone? Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? We have a person, her name is Sophie, is keeping you busy. How are you, Sophie? How are you? Do you want to call me Sophie? Sophie is a Catholic, but she thinks that Muhammad is a prophet. What a fake Catholic you, Sophie, you are. If you are a Catholic, then you should know that the Bible says whoever denies the Father and the Son is an Antichrist. So why you are laughing at people when they say to you Islam is an Antichrist? Sophie, how are you, Sophie? Come to daddy. You come to daddy, Sophie. All Muslims, they come to the chat and right away they play they are Catholic. Hey brother, I am an ex-Catholic. Hey brother, I used to be the Pope. If you are a Catholic, I am the Pope then. What a joker. Yeah, they are ashamed of themselves to say that they are Muslims, so they fabricate identity. No shame. I will not be surprised if Sophie is Faris undercover. I am a Catholic. Yeah. Do we have any Muslim here? Anyone? And why Islam is not Antichrist? Islam teach violence, teach hate, teach killing, teach rape. So isn't it this is Antichrist teaching? Not only deny the Father and the Son, which is a clear verses in the Bible, any cult teach hatred and killing and violence and etc. This is Antichrist teaching. You can be an Antichrist as a person, and you can be Antichrist as teaching. Islam stand totally against the teaching of Jesus. While Jesus, he taught the Christians to preserve themselves and to be decent people, Quran teach them to lie. A Muslim, he can lie to three kind of people: his friends, his family, and his enemy. Who's left? While Jesus, he forbid the Christians from even taking an oath. Muhammad, he allowed them to take false oath as long they don't mean it, because Allah judge you by your intention. So if your intention is to lie, it's okay. You take a false oath. Your wife, she asked you, did you marry another wife? You say, I swear by Allah I did not, but he have other three wives. This is lawful in Islam because Allah judge you by your intention. That is the devilish teaching. What do you think about the mathematical miracle? My friend, I have videos about it. Go watch it. There's nothing is called mathematical miracle in the Quran. It's a big fat lie. It is a big potato lie. Go, I have many videos. Go just search for them and you will find the answer. Now, do you want me to play the video for you again? I mean, why I need to redo the same and the same again and again, do we have any Muslim? Anyone? No Muslim? See, when a Muslim he says to you that the Quran have a miracle, it's called the 19 number miracle, right? Did you ask yourself why Allah did not tell us the miracle himself? This is a video. Go watch it. I made this video to the potato Shabir Ali. Go watch it. Yeah, I know that Shabir Ali, he mentioned that to David Wood because David Wood, he do not know, he didn't speak Arabic. And this is the point of not speaking Arabic. This is why they debate people who don't speak Arabic. He mentioned to him what it's called the mathematic number of 19, and there is no way to dispute this unless you speak Arabic. You know what I mean? Go watch it and laugh. There is no such a thing. All those numbers they calculate for you, it's fake, it's false. If you have my books, I answer about those. If you have my videos, they are there. I made many videos to get them busted, and it's very easy to get this claim busted. If a Muslim he is willing to call me right now and tell me about the miracle of number 19, I promise you it will not take more than 2 minutes to destroy this false miracle. No, he don't speak Arabic. Neither Zakir Naik, he don't speak Arabic. They claim to be scholars, but they don't speak Arabic. What the Muslims they do, they recite for you what it sound like in Arabic, but in different language. As an example, right now, I can type for you in the screen Arabic words in English letters. So when you read them, you will sound like people, they would think that maybe you are speaking Arabic. Right? But they don't. And anyway, it doesn't matter if you like. Here we go. Faris, he speak Arabic. Can you call us Faris to talk about the miracle of number 19, brother? Is it true? Let me call Faris. That will be delicious. Let me call Faris. Okay. So we can laugh. Well, he's not answering. Faris doing jihad in the bedroom. He have a new brand new wife. Any Abdul? I challenge any Muslim, and he is more than welcome to tell me about any claimed miracle in the Quran. You choose it, we destroy it. Is that good? What do you think? Anyone, anything. You choose it and leave the rest for me. Who is the Muslim want to do that? Who want to do that? Miracle number 19, 17, 18, I don't care. You just tell me, you ask me the question you like me to ask you, and we will go for it. Yeah, we can talk about the inheritance in Islam, but that will make many people dizzy. Any Abdul? What do you think? Who is a Muslim would like to call us, please? You see, there is a, if you have my books, like especially the second book, Quran and Science, the whole book is about what the Muslim claim to be science in the Quran, which is absolutely a joke. What the Muslims do in order to make you believe that this is a book of science is fabricating the meaning and the translation. Let me do this. Hold on, just to give you an example. Let me find the Muslim website which is speaking about those funny stuff. Scientific miracles in the Quran. All right, here we go. We have this website. Now I challenge any Muslim to call me and to choose any of those who they are listed in their website. The Quran, the book of Islam, contains scientific knowledge that could not have been known 1400 years ago, brother. Unbelievable. This is in the Quran. This is in the Quran. Where? Who is the Muslim want to show me that? Which one is the choice? The mosquito? The Quran spoke about the miracle of mosquito. This is a new. I don't remember. I saw this one. This is a new one. They added. Let us see the mosquito one. Guys, do you want to see the mosquito one? This is interesting. The Quran speak. There is a scientific miracle about the mosquito. I assure you that the mosquito miracle is misquoted. Oh, mosquito have their own parasites. If this is in the Quran speak about that. Where? Read with me. They are flying parasites that suck the blood from mosquitoes. The Quran say that? That's amazing. That's wow. The Quran says that. Let us see. Let's see. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. The Quran says Allah does not shy anyway from making an example of a mosquito and what is above it. And this is about the parasite who they are sucking the blood of the mosquito. What the verse here is saying that Allah is not shy to give an example. This is why it says examples. It's in front of you. Even if it's a mosquito and what above in size, you idiot liars. Do you want us to go and read the interpretation? Why Muslims you lie? Allah is not shy to the point he is willing to give you an example, even if it's about a mosquito and what is above in size. Liars. He's not saying there is something above the mosquito. Unbelievable. Any Muslim here, he want to take a challenge so we can go and read the interpretation right now. Either you accept the challenge or you admit that you Muslims are lying when you say that this is a scientific miracle. Who want to do that? Is that fair, guys? Is that fair? We will go and read all Islamic interpretation. You will not find even one of them saying that. Hello? Any Muslim want to do that? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when I come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Any Abdul? Do you want us to go to Ibn Kathir as an example, or Al-Jalalain, or At-Tabari? Or which interpretation, you Muslim, you choose to prove to us that this is what the Quran meant? Why you are lying? If we go here, where is the? Here we go. Tafsir. The tafsir of the Muslims will expose the Muslims. Ta 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 ta. Allah spoke about what is living in top of mosquito? Really? He did that? If. Truly, this is very deep. Let us read together. Who is a Muslim wanna call us and read for us? Why you lie? It's a clear evidence that those who they are following a false God, they will lie. A person who is following the true God, he will not fabricate a lie to prove a point. Why you lie? Any Abdul? Who wanna call and read for us what Ibn Kathir said? Anyone? Anyone? Nobody? How sad. Read with me carefully, guys. Read with me carefully. This is not my interpretation. This is what the Quran meant. Verily, Allah is not ashamed to set forth a parable even of a mosquito, so much more when it is bigger or less, it is smaller than it. That you see it? Have nothing to do with that something is riding the mosquito, parasite. What is this about? I mean, you cannot find one decent Muslims making a decent claim about Islam. Do you see the meaning? Suddenly this is became that there is something living in the top of the mosquito, brother. When the Arabic is so clear that Allah is not ashamed to give an example, a parable about even a mosquito and what is above. And I don't know why Allah will not make a parable about something smaller. Like, is the mosquito is the smallest in this earth? As long we are talking about this, let me give you another example. Have you ever heard the Muslim speaking about that the Quran speak about nuclear? Autumn? They say to you, Allah, He knows about this before the scientist knows. Look what the Quran says. In Arabic it says dharra. Inna Allah la yadhlimu mithqala dharra. Chapter 4 verse number 40. How Allah He speak about this? Mithqala dharra? Huh? Read chapter 34 verse number 3. He keep repeating himself because he have nothing to say. It's all over. Chapter 34 verse number 22. The same word. Chapter 99 verse number 7. Chapter 99 verse number 8. But if you go to the Muslim article, they will say that Allah He spoke about the Newton and the you know the what they call them, I forgot, man. You know, it was many years since I took my 7 PhD in 7-Eleven nuclear facility and making bombs. Is it really Muslims this is speaking about nuclear, or this is about an ant? The word dharra in Arabic is an ant. Ant have nothing to do with the proton and a neutron and atom and the nuclear. It is about an ant. Liar. You made the ant a nuclear weapon. It is an ant. The ant in the Quran became a nuclear discovery. Guys, just forget this, Sophie. Let me block her. She is just, some people looking for attention anyway. Her husband, he have only one wife. How he know? He's allowed. And why he have only one wife? What is something wrong with him? His he's a Muslim. He's allowed to have 4 of you. Are you saying that he is a good Muslim? Obviously he's not, because a good Muslim should have 4 women. Allah in the Quran says go and F2 and 3 and 4, and if you cannot afford it, then 1. So obviously he cannot afford more. If you cannot afford it, then you do 1. Look like you are making his credit card empty always. This is why he cannot afford. Or maybe he have an extra wives in Jordan. He go on vacation. I met a woman, an American woman. She married to a Muslim guy. She said to me, I lived with him many years, and every year he go vacation, and lately he became going vacation like every few months to his country in Jordan. And later I discovered, because my daughter who went there with him, she discovered that he have 2 wives there. Young wives, not like his wife, American wife. Halal, halal, halal. All is halal. He's not cheating. He's allowed to lie to you, not to tell you that he is married. There's a fatwa. You can go and search for it right now in English. The woman, she is asking that my husband, he went, I think it was to Jordan too, or I don't know what country, and he is lying to me. I keep asking him if he married another woman, so that the sheikh is saying to her, why you are even asking him? What if he say yes? What you can do about it? Why you are asking him? You have no right to know. As long he is doing his duty with you as a husband, shut up. You are just a goat. He sleep with you, cook for him. That's it. Any Abdul? So here we go. This is an additional example. The word dharra became an atom, but the fact the word dharra is an ant. I will show you chapter 34 verse number 22. Let us go. 34 verse number 22. Does it mean really an ant? Read with me here. Here this guy, he translated as, they possess not even the weight of a speck of dust, either in heaven or in earth. This is a translation. Let us show you more. Go here. At Tafsir, official Islamic government website, the government of Jordan, and we will go to chapter 34 verse number 22, sorry. Is it really an ant? Let us see. Say, oh Muhammad, the believer of Mecca, call those who asserted those of you, etc. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Look here, he translated the word of an atom. That's false. Let us get them busted. What atom? It is an ant, you liar. Here they translated two as an ant, as an atom. It is an ant, you liar. Who wanna bet that it is an ant? All what we need to do, we change to Arabic. Arabic. This is At-Tabari. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da. Who is a Muslim would like to call us? Who is a Muslim would like to call us and read for us? Does it say really it's an ant? And explain to us why you Muslims lie. Any Abdul? It is really, really disgusting. Dharra simply is a word mean namla. Any Muslim want to take a challenge? Liars, liars will end in fire. What a shameful cult, who they are willing to lie to claim something is not exist. Any Muslim want to do so? No Muslim want to call. My Skype is open, but nobody want to call. Very disappointing. Very, very. Any Abdul? Nobody. You see, I like always I notice how Muslims, when they try to present something about Islam, you know, they try to present Islam as made by some Muslim Abdul in YouTube today, not Islam, not the version of Islam which is made by their scholars, who they are where all Muslims agree that this is where the knowledge is coming from. Suddenly, a book written by Harun Yahya, who is in jail right now for he being accused of a human trafficking and having involving prostitution with the children's. He is the one who started this wave of science in the Quran. That's why you see his name is mentioned in my book. Any Muslim would like to call me. Read with me carefully. لا يقدرون على مثقال ذرة يعني أصغر وزن النمل. He meant the lowest weight of an ant. Do you see it? Why you made this about nuclear and about etc.? It's an ant. ذرة is a small ant. This is why in Arabic we say dharari, which means the children's, you know, baby ants. So that goes even for a human. Any Abdul? Not even one Abdul? So today we got lucky only with Legendary Faris, who tried to, he challenged me to read the chapter, Matthew chapter 34, which we cannot find. It says in chapter, Matthew chapter 34, brother. What? Are you sure? I'm so glad he did not say chapter 49. Do we have any Muslim would like to call? Anyone? Mayday, Mayday. I have a Mickey Mouse phone, so I cannot get. I mean, this is, look at this. I have Mickey Mouse phone, so I cannot get Skype. That is something. I never heard of Mickey Mouse. Is that a new brand? This Muslim, he had Mickey Mouse phone. Anyway, well, look like there is no Muslim. He is even willing to ask us the question, so we can ask him the question which he is asking us. Yeah, you can call me if you are not Muslim, no problem. Go ahead. We will give it 5 minutes more. Anyone want to call? Mayday, Mayday. We are out of Abdul. Anyway, tomorrow I will try to do podcast. I have some work to do. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Okay. I didn't think I was gonna call like ever. I follow you on YouTube.
All right.
And I also joined Patreon under you.
Thank you very much for that.
And I've been listening to you maybe for 15 months now.
15 months?
Yes, 15 months.
You know what? If I listen to myself for 15 months, I will commit suicide.
No way. Actually, I feel like, okay, how do I say this? I don't want to take up too much of your time, but
No, it's okay. We have nothing. I see there's no Abdul waiting, so take your time. No problem. Speak as much as you want.
if one wants to call you, I'll get off the phone right away.
No problem. Don't worry. Nobody's calling anyway. They are scared.
Yeah. So I was really freaked out a long time ago when ISIS appeared on the scene. I don't have any Muslim friends or anything, but I did maybe when I was in middle school, and I didn't know very much about Islam at all. And I'd say the level of freaked out I was I call it like almost a derangement syndrome in a sense. I live in Toronto, Canada, and right now we're having a very serious immigration problem. I used to see maybe a hijab once a month. I see it 5 a day these days.
Yeah, because
That doesn't bother me.
You have a prime minister who's an idiot.
Yeah, he is. And I would say he's not going to win the next election unless there's funny business going on with Elections Canada. He won't win. There are many people who are upset about this.
Well, he made the Minister of Immigration a Muslim, so what do you expect?
Yeah.
They are controlling the border now. The border, the one who give visas and entry for everybody is a Muslim.
Yeah, and the Muslim Brotherhood has infiltrated. Like there are a lot of there are some ministers who are Muslim Brotherhood as well.
Yeah, see, that's it.
Yeah, but what I want to say is, so I got freaked out about ISIS, and then I started paying closer attention to what people were saying, and I started to listen to Bill Warner and Robert Spencer and Pamela Geller, and even though they kind of like tell it as it is, what Islam is, very bluntly, very frankly, there was still a kind of reverence for it, like in their voice, like if Islam was this huge monster that was going to just overrun everything and take over the whole world. And it didn't really solve the anxiety I was feeling at the time, the ISIS derangement syndrome, maybe. So then I discovered you online, and I think the type, like you exposed Islam in a different way than they do, in a sense that you can show us exactly what's written in that book. And I would say my anxiety was gone after that. Like I became almost addicted to listening and learning with you. So that was really great. And I want to say thank you for that.
Well, thank you very much, my friend. And you know, you should not have any anxiety. I know that it's stressful to see the news and what's happening, but the world is full of many garbage. It's not only Islam is the bad things. Like now, I heard in Canada they legalize marijuana, and imagine you will be driving your car next to somebody. He's driving his car, but he's high. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, how they can allow that? So
well, someone already got a ticket, like a $600 ticket for driving in
yeah,
under
what you expect? I mean, when you have a guy like this guy to be a prime minister, the whole country will be screwed. This is why it's very important in the time of election that those who care for their country not to stay home and go and vote. Otherwise, you will get an idiot in the office. He will screw your life.
Yeah.
Now, I advise you not to be scared of this cult of Islam. It's very weak. Islam is strong as long we are ignorant. When people they are ignorant, then Islam can play the game. They can rule you. They can take over you. They can because simply you are ignorant, and ignorance is the easiest way to die. Let us say, you see, people these days they are dying because of cancer. Time will come, and cancer will be one of the easiest illness to heal. Time will come, you will see. But until they find out what is the problem, how they can fight cancer, millions and millions and millions of people will die. The same as what happened like when Europe used to die by the flu by millions. It's just a stupid flu. So Islam is the same as the flu. All what you need is a doctor who teach you how to fight the flu, discover for you what is the problem and where is the problem, and then you will find out how easy to fight and to destroy the flu. And that's what we are doing here. And I believe any one of you now, he can debate a Muslim easy. You do not need to be, you know, you have a lot of knowledge. Like you're saying to me, you are listening for 15 months. I mean, this is a long period of time, so I'm sure you learned a lot.
I did. I teach English to Korean students, adult students who are here studying for a year, and the topic comes up because they've experienced seeing, like recently they have the whole Jeju Island and the Yemenis that have using the immigration.
Look like guys today I won the lotto. She teach English. So I need your help.
You don't really, actually. You're a very eloquent speaker.
No, I'm saying I need your help. Maybe you can help me with the grammars in my books.
I could do that, no problem.
You will not charge me?
Never. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
I'm poor. I will go homeless if you say I want you to pay me. All right.
I never charge you.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, really, I need like somebody who can really, because you know English is not my first language, and for sure I make mistakes when I'm writing. Yeah, I will be happy if you can help. But always remember one thing, that you see why people they fear dark. What is special about dark? It's that we don't see where we step, right? You might step in a place, you might fail, it might be a hole, it might be over edge of a rock, of a mountain. So because it is dark, you have fear. But dark itself, nothing changed. I mean, the same atmosphere around us is the same land is around us, but because it's dark, we do not see, and because we do not see, we are not sure, and when we are not sure, we make bad mistakes. So Islam is the same as everything around us. Many bad things around us, but because we are in the dark, we do not know what it is. So they can play their games and they can come to you, they can penetrate the system. So they try to present themselves as a good religion, teaching humanitarian, teaching love and equality and blah blah. Islam protect the women, Islam is not violent, Islam mean peace, all these things, because we are in the dark. But the second we overcome the dark by knowledge, you see, when the Messiah, he said, I am the truth. He just confirmed to you how important it is to know the truth, not just to follow, not just to believe in something. There's a huge difference between if somebody is a believer and somebody is believing in the truth. So he is not just teaching the truth, I am the truth. So when I believe in the Messiah, it's required in for us as a Christian to read the books. That's what Jesus said, read the books, search the books. It's written. He keeps saying to the Jews, it's written. So why we Christian, we do not need to read and we do not want to learn? Why we are copy paste learning from others about what somebody says in the church? They say to us, some false Christians, they say Islam is an Abrahamic religion. That is a big fat lie. Ask him how he can be Abrahamic. Do he teach the teaching of Abraham? Did Abraham kiss stones and go around the stones? Did Abraham go around the Kaaba? Did Abraham teach to go and rape and kill? Did Abraham says you can lie, you know? So I mean, the teaching of Abraham, Jesus, he said to them, if you are of your father Abraham, you do the work of your father. And Jesus said that from their fruits you shall know them. So we as a Christian, we are required to stand up for the truth and not to be just people who watch. And in order to do that, you have to educate yourself. You have to learn. We don't want to insult the Muslims, you know. We earn nothing from insult, but we have to say the truth. And if the truth is an insult to someone, that is his business. That is his problem. But we don't want to insult anyone. You know, for me, when I speak about Islam, I'm not trying to insult any Muslim. I'm trying to state this, you know, the truth. When I say they are saying the Quran full of miracles, it's a lie. I'm not accusing anyone of lying. I'm saying he is a liar, and I prove it. So don't, you know, don't be afraid of this cult. Let this cult afraid of you. And how that can be is you being educated. And I can tell you are a smart lady, and you know you are learning fast. And I'm sure by what you do, like teaching others, maybe you can share knowledge from time to time. Teaching is a very important tool to reach out to people, because you get opportunity other people don't have. You are a teacher, you know. That's why Muslims, they try to work as teachers in the West, because they can penetrate the mind of Christian children's. You bring a Muslim teacher to teach Christians, the first thing he will start saying, he start right away promoting his cult. And then a child, he will go to his home, and his home, he have a parents who don't teach him anything. They themselves, they have no knowledge. So the child will be later easy fish for this teacher to brainwash him. And that's why we saw many children, sadly, who they are children of Western people in the West, like in Australia, the story of the guy who is 16 years old kid, who his family suddenly he disappeared from the home, and then after 2 weeks he appeared to be in Syria doing suicide bombing. How this happened? It was the school. In the school, he joined Muslims group, and they taught him that Islam is the best religion and Christianity is false and the Western are doomed and they are filthy and you should, etc., and join us. He joined them, and then right away they smuggle him to go all the way from Australia all the way to Syria. And here you will notice how powerful the evil is to smuggle a child. How a child under the age of 16 was able to go all the way from Australia all the way to Syria and nobody stopped him. How he was able to pass all the airports. How he can fly alone. How come no police ask him, how come you are 16 years old? Do you have a permission to fly alone? Where's your parents? So they are very, very aggressive, and if they want to hunt somebody, and if this person, he have no protection of family, education, etc., he will be an easy fish for them. This is why we need to teach our children, and we need to share whatever we learn here with our friends. So I encourage you, my friend, when you speak to ladies and around your friends, you know, share what you learn. And if any one of them he have a question, he don't believe that you are telling the truth, or let us say they don't agree with you, ask them to join us here, and they are free to ask us any questions, and I will be happy to answer. All right.
That's great.
Anything else?
That's about it.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Feel free to call again.
All right, I will.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Take care. You see, Islam is a very easy cult to fight. It is the easiest cult to fight. I cannot believe how easy it is. But the problem is, How I can fight something I don't know? You see, if somebody told me tomorrow we are going to bring you a big name scholar to debate you, I will not even spend 1 minute to prepare. Prepare for what? This is the most stupid cult ever. A person coming to me to debate me about God who will make his penis endless. He will give him 80,000 women to sleep with. How he can win a debate? Hello?
Hi, CP.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. And I'm sorry, everybody in the comments, it's not an Abdul.
All right.
I have a question. If you could go to Sunnah.com and I was debating a Muslim and it says lightly beat them. They're the women.
Mhm.
Now, a beating is a beating. So, but when I was reading it and I looked at the Arabic, it actually doesn't say lightly beat them. It says beat them severely. So I was just wondering if you could read it in Arabic and tell me what it says.
First of all, I wanna you know, when we debate a Muslim and he speak about this topic, let us say he just said beat them lightly, right?
Okay.
The second he agree, let us go what he agree first. He agreed that this is light beating. Let us say it's a spit. I mean, how light it can be more than a spit?
Right.
Anyone like anyone to spit at him?
No.
So he is saying to us that his God, he gave the man permission to spit at the women?
Pretty much.
Because let us say it is the most light beating ever, because the second you are saying to me I can beat her, it doesn't matter how it is, it's mean I am the one who is in charge and she is the one who is subdued, and she is the one, she is not even equal to me, she is not even an adult, because I'm beating her to do what? To punish her, to teach her how to behave. So it doesn't matter really how harsh the beating is. What the Quran said is extremely dangerous and extremely ugly. Who like to see his father beating his mother? I don't like to see that. I will hate my father if he is doing that. Who
Which
like
which has the supreme authority here? Would it be Muhammad or would it be the Quran?
well, at the end of the day, the Quran is the words of Muhammad, and Muhammad is the Quran.
I mean, like to a Muslim.
Yeah, you know, the whole Quran. You see, actually, the story of the Quran in chapter 4, verse number 34, where nowhere in Arabic it says lightly as they lie, but let us say it says lightly, you know, but let us see how lightly it is. Here, the story in front of us in Sahih al-Bukhari, and this is a Sahih hadith, and this is what is behind this verse to come, that a woman, her husband did beat her until her clothes, sorry, until her skin became greener than her clothes. So
Right.
how much light the beating was, to the point her skin is greener than her clothes. Read with me, Muslim, carefully. This is Aisha speaking, not me. So don't accuse me of lying. Obviously, Aisha must be lying. So the woman, she came, spoke to Aisha, and Aisha, she said that a lady came wearing a green veil and complained to her, which means Aisha, of her husband, and showed her a green spot in her skin caused by beating, not biting, beating. It was a habit of ladies to support each other. So now they explain to you why Aisha is taking the side of the women, not because she's right. You see the way that they present the story for you. They're trying to present to you that here Aisha is not because she is right, she is saying that, but because it's women, they support each other, you know. So when Allah Messenger came, Aisha, she said, I have not seen any women suffering as much as a believing woman. What does that mean? Aisha, she is witnessing right now that the most women who suffer is a believing woman. It's a Muslim woman. She never saw between women who live around anyone suffer as much a Muslim woman. Why? Read carefully. Look, her skin is greener than her clothes. And then the story continue, and later we find in the story that this woman, she married this man because Muhammad, he made a rule: if the husband, he divorced his wife 3 times, she cannot get back to her previous husband unless she go and sleep with a new, or marry a new husband. So now this new husband, she don't want to marry him really, but she thought she will marry him and she will make him hate her. She will not sleep with him, so he will divorce her, so she can go back to her previous husband. But the man, he insists she want to have sex with her, so he did beat her. And then when she went to the Prophet, look what Muhammad he did. Muhammad, he did not question why did you beat her, even though Aisha, she mentioned to him already that her skin is greener than her clothes. Muhammad, he took the side of the man and he said to the women, look, if your intention to go back to your husband, Rifa, if this is your intention, you should know that you cannot go back unless this man, he tastes your juice and you taste his juice. And look how ugly the language is. So Muhammad here, he took the side of a man who did beat his wife until her skin became greener than her clothes. So when a Muslim, he says that Islam teach that you can beat the wife lightly, that first is an insult to women, and there's no woman who respect herself except such a thing. And there's no man actually respect himself except even to beat a woman. I mean, a man, he beat a woman, obviously is you know, he's a, I don't know what to say. I mean, he's not a man. If you are a person who who like to beat people, well, go and find a man in your size, not somebody is like you are 10 foot and he is 5 foot. Find somebody is equal to you. He's a male, he like to fight, and fight with him. A fighter, you know, find a fighter like you. You are a hero. But a man who beat his wife, obviously he's a coward. And usually those who beat their women, they are people who they beat them outside, so he go inside the house to find himself to be a man again. He want to earn his respect again, so he cannot find himself respected outside, so he try to be respected indoor. So what he do? He use violence with his wife and children.
So what I get from the Muslims is that, well, this was like when he was dying, this was the last, you know, the last hadith, and it was to be kind to women. And but when I read it, it says, like I said, when I was reading it, I translated the Arabic. It actually says to beat them severely. I didn't see beat them lightly anywhere in that. So I was like, you know, where I can't translate it except for, you know, through my translator and what I know of what the Arabic actually says. I'll share it.
There's nowhere. First of all, there's nowhere it says the word weak. It's a lie. This is the edit in the translation. Secondly, even if it is weak or light beating, right, it is an insult, and there is no reason to do so, and that will not make a good
That was exactly the point that I had brought up too. I'm going to share it in the chat. But that's the one, and like I said, when I translated it says to beat them severely.
You need to focus on one thing. What is the purpose of this beating? Do you remember what is the purpose? The purpose is to make obedience. To obey. So it's obviously it's a way of violence, because if you just beat her lightly and the women, she don't obey, you know, I mean, so what this beating would do exactly? If it is light beating, what is the purpose of this beating? Is to force her to obey. If it is a light beating, as he claimed, which means it doesn't do any harm, well, then she will not obey and nothing change. And the Quran make it clear. And you see here in the translation, they add the word lightly, which is a false translation.
Okay.
But if this is lightly, but the Quran is so clear, is to force them to be obedience, is not just to beat them, it's just to beat them to make them obey. So if the light beating is the way to make them obey, that is stupid, because no woman will obey her husband because he just touch her with his toothbrush, as they claim. Don't they say we beat the women with toothbrush? Okay.
Yeah, with like
I have a wife, she is not obeying me. Let us say I have a wife, she does not obeying me. I will beat her with a toothbrush, she will be tickling. I mean, this is even a stupid solution. Are you saying to me that Allah is stupid? Because what they are saying to me, you make your wife tickle and laugh in order to make her obedient. But the whole the purpose of the verse is to punish her by beating. What toothbrush? When I beat a woman with toothbrush, she will obey me?
I agree.
Imagine, guys, we are doing a strike against whatever in the street, and the police came and they are holding toothbrush. What do you think will happen? Imagine the police is coming and they want to beat us. Trump, he said, beat them lightly. And all the police, they are holding toothbrush in their hand. I mean, will be the most funny strike ever, and there will be the most funny police ever. So when they say to us, beat them with toothbrush, this is the most stupid, funny lie. They say to you that the Prophet, he said, beat them with the miswak. The miswak is a long root. It's a tree root. It's a very harmful. You see that the miswak is not the same, the 1 inch you see today. This is because of the business growing. Everybody is buying the miswak to clean their teeth, as Muhammad he used to do supposedly. But the miswak is a very long root, grow under the ground, which is very harmful and very flexible, and it's not short. Let me see if I can show you some pictures of the miswak. So
I think it actually says to discourage your wives.
To discourage them, right? If you change the translator, if you go to you see, and even that this is why we say Muslim translation is a lie. You change the translator, you will find the translation saying something totally different. Like here we go. If we go here and we just change the translator, you will see it's not lightly. Suddenly it became scourge them. This is translation of Biktal. Here we go. You see it? So where is the word lightly disappear? We cannot find it. In the other translation it says lightly because they lie. They are trying just to fabricate a meaning. It's not there. You know, I'm trying to find you the miswak and the images in Google. Let us see. It's a tree root, and you know, tree roots. All of you know that the tree, the roots is very flexible. It's like a belt. It's like a leather belt. So they used to beat the animals with it. The same time the shepherd who beat his camel with, and he beat his animal with, it's the same stick. He put it in the end of it. He put it in his mouth, and he start like scrap his teeth with it. This is what miswak is. It's not a small tiny thing. Let me see. I'm trying to find you the whole thing before they cut it off. Well, here we go. Let us see this one first. Okay. Do you see it, guys? It's a root. It's a long root, and then they cut it off pieces. You notice that this is not the whole piece. It's cut off. Do you see how it is? This is the miswak, and that is the tree in the back. It is where they take it from. The miswak is the roots down under the sand. It's not the branch in the top. So they dig in down in this tree or this bushes, and they take the roots, which is very flexible, and then they cut it pieces to sell it to Muslims today. But in the time of Muhammad, it's for free. Anybody can grab it, and now it's a business. Now it's they cut it, they sell it, and people they buy it because supposedly Muhammad he said that. And I'm trying to find you like a long like the original picture of the roots. You see how it is? It's a long root. It's not what they say, but they cut it pieces. You see how it is? This is the miswak. Very flexible roots. They grow under the ground, and then they cut them pieces and they made them for sale. But this is not how it is. This is after they cut it off. This is how it is today, because they sell each one of them for a good money. Those Hujjaj, the one who go to visit the Kaaba, they go and buy the miswak and they bring them home, and they cost them a lot of money. They are expensive today. So Today it's a big business in Saudi Arabia. They grow these roots, so those who come to visit Mecca, they buy it. And because it became expensive, so now they cut them small and give them out. But in fact, they are long branch, grow under the ground, and then before they never cut them out like this. They use it as a belt to beat the animal with it. Remember, Saudi Arabia is not a country where there is wood and etc. So and they grow, and this is how they live. You know, they are Bedouin who have their animals. So those roots are very useful to beat the animals or to drive the cattle from a place to place. So the shepherd, he carry it always with him, or you are sitting in the top of the camel, so you beat the camel with it, so he rush and he run.
So maybe Muhammad meant to just beat them only until they're purple and not green.
Well, purple, green. What a stupid religion. And you know what the point if my wife obey me because I did beat her? I mean, this is not obedience. You know, this is not obedience. This is just I'm enforcing something. The second she get her freedom from me, she would do the opposite. And this is why Muslim women, they cheat a lot of their husbands, because the husband, he is tough on them, he is harsh on them, he beat them. So the second they get their freedom, they do something wrong. This is why Muhammad, he ordered the Muslims that when they go, if they are coming back from jihad, they should not go directly to the house. He told them you have to send a message to your wife before you go, so nothing wrong will happen. There's a Muslim sheikh in the Egyptian TV. They ask him, what was the wisdom of this? He said, well, imagine you are coming home from jihad and then you find that your wife, she have a boyfriend, and you cannot even prove it because you need 4 witnesses. You open the door suddenly and you find your wife sleeping with the guy in the bed, and you don't have 4 witnesses. So what you can do? Here we go. So he said the prophet is doing you a favor. You send a messenger, knock at the door to your wife, say hey, and even he forbid them to go to their houses during the night time. Because I mean, why you forbid the husband not to go to his wife during night time? I'm coming from travel, I cannot go to my wife during night time. Yeah, because what if she have a boyfriend there? So you go in the morning, you deliver a message at night, you send somebody, he knock at the door, he don't get in, he tell the wife your husband is here, he's in town tomorrow, he was coming here. Some Muslim, they explain, no, the prophet, he was trying to teach the Muslim women that to give her a chance to comb her hair, to take a shower, the husband is coming, so he will not see her look ugly. I mean, this is the most stupid explanation ever. The Muslim cleric, he explained better. He said, what if you came and your wife, she have a boyfriend? If you remember in the hadith, where a man, he came and he complained to Muhammad, and he said to him, my wife, she never stopped any man from touching her, which means she never stopped a man from sleeping with her. If we go here, what Muhammad said, this is the morality of Muhammad. Look what he said. Read with me carefully, guys. This is the ethic of the Prophet of Islam. A man came to the Prophet, SAWS Mercedes-Benz. He said, my wife does not prevent the hand of a man, which means any man. And no, doesn't matter really. She never, anyone want to touch her anywhere, he's welcome. You know. He said, divorce her. Who said that? Muhammad. He then said, the guy, the husband, I am afraid my inner self may covet her. He said, then enjoy her, which means enjoy her with the rest of the men. You know, this is the ethic of Muhammad. Why Muhammad here did not say beat her?
Probably because he condones prostitution.
Because maybe he is the one who is doing that.
Oh, probably.
You know, you see, what is the ethic? You know, a prophet of God who taught us the ethic. The Muslim, they say that the ethic is the best man of ethic is Muhammad. How the best ethical man? He said to a man, enjoy her with the rest of other men who they are not the husband. Where's the ethic? Why didn't say, oh, let us make a court? Let us Sharia law. Where is Sharia law? Oh, you know, here Muhammad is relax, because Muhammad is a false prophet. He forced the women so we can beat them, so he can give himself and the rest the authority to be superior over women. But he don't care really for ethic. If you remember, Muhammad himself, he went to the house of his own son when the husband was away, and he flirted with Zainab, which is the wife of his own son. He flirted with her and he said, praise be to Allah, the one who made my heart flip for you. So how a man who go and flirt, and obviously he slept with her before she became in his bed as a wife supposedly, how a man like this, he flirt with married women when she is married and he is a prophet, he can teach us the ethic. You see, in the Old Testament we learn that David was a person of sin and he commits sin, and even he sent a man to war, so the husband he might die, and then he will take the wife. But David, he cried, he asked God for forgiveness, he cried out for his sin. Muhammad, sin is a lifestyle for him, it's an ethic. And this is why we cannot compare between the sin of David and the sin of Muhammad. There's a person who commits sin, but he regret, and he feel guilty, and he asks for forgiveness. And there is a person who teach people sin, and he claim that sin is a way of life. And now the Muslims, they are practicing the sin of Muhammad as a way of life. I beat my wife, they don't think it is sin, it's a way of life. Women need to learn how to behave. So what we do, we beat them, we punish them, we jail them in their rooms as if they are goats. And then the women, she always have to be obedience, not by convention, like I speak to my wife, I convince her. No, I beat her in order to be subdued.
In that same hadith I was telling you that it says to beat them lightly, it also says to keep them as captives or prisoners.
Yeah, the verse says you jail them in their rooms. You know, you jail them in the room and you stop having sex with them. And here you need to remember, there's no limitation for this. He can jail her in his room for maybe a year, maybe 2 years. It's up to him, and he can stop having sex with her. Remember, the Muslim man, he have many wives, so he always have other options, but the women, she have no options. So now he jail her, he beat her, he don't have sex with her, and all of this because she is disobedient. In the same time, what if the man is a bad person? Any Muslim can show me where in the Quran, where in the hadith it says that if a man, he is a bad person, the woman, she can do the same to her husband. Any Muslim? Don't tell me that all men are good. You see, let me show you something, show you the hypocrisy of Muhammad. Why we can beat the women in Islam? Because they do nushuz. If we go to the Quran and read the word, what the Muslims, what the woman here, what she is doing exactly, read carefully with me. It says وَاللَّاتِ تَخَافُونَ نُشُوذَهُنَّ. Okay, what they did, the word is nushuz. So if we take the exact word and we search in the Quran, we will find Muhammad himself doing nushuz. Muhammad himself doing nushuz. And what is the solution for Muhammad doing nushuz? Nothing. The wife, she gave her right to Muhammad because he is doing nushuz. In the case of a Muslim woman, if she is doing nushuz, we beat her. If we search for the same word in the Quran, watch with me, copy paste, same exact word, we will see it appearing in the Quran twice. Chapter 4 verse number 34, chapter 4 verse 128. In the case of a chapter 4 34, where the women doing nushuz, as we see here, we beat the women just for doing nushuz. If the man doing nushuz, the woman, she is going to lose her right. وإن امرأة خافت من بعلها نشوذا أو إعراضا فلا جناح عليهما. Okay. If a woman, she is afraid that her husband will do nushuz, or he don't like her no more, it is not a problem for them if they have an agreement. And what is the agreement? The woman, she will give out her right. She will give her right out. She will lose her right. In the case of the women, she is doing the same act, nushuz. We beat her. If the man, he is doing nushuz, the woman, she lose her right. Where is the wisdom and where is the justice?
And I had read about that in The Deception of Allah. You actually have that in your book. One more thing, I'm gonna let you go. I have to go feed my kids. So I did message you that there's somebody that wants to translate your book into Spanish. So if you could just check your messages for me. And
well, there's many people, they message me those messages, but I don't take them seriously because many people, they promise but they never do.
Okay.
So,
he said he'd do it for free.
Yeah.
And he's called me a couple of times about it, so I think he's pretty serious.
We will see.
But I told him to message you, and I sent you his Skype. So
all
all right.
We will see. All right.
Well,
thank you
very much.
Thank you, dear sister, for calling.
All right. God bless.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
And you know, we need to open a class to teach women men how to beat their wife lightly. Do you think Muslim they will join the class? Actually, hold on. There's a book, you can search it on the BBC. And the BBC News, I saw it. A guy was sentenced into 6 months in jail, I think in Spain, for writing a book about how to beat your wife without leaving marks, because they live in the West.
Oh my goodness.
You see, honest to God, he made a book, and look what he's teaching them. He's telling them, okay, we live in the West, and the wife, if she called the police and they found mark in her body, then you go to jail. So what you do? So he made a book to teach them how, with pictures, how to beat the wife. Like you make a board and you insert the board under her panty, and then you beat her, which will cause pain but will not leave marks. Like, you know, the cardboard, the one you like for boxes, you know.
I think I had seen something like that.
Yeah. So they insert those cardboard under the clothes, and then he spank her or beat her by his leather belt, and then she will have a pain, but there's no mark will stay there. So if she called the police, she cannot prove it.
It's like taking a baseball bat to a phone book.
Yeah. And if somebody can find the link, guys, let me know so we can show it in the screen. This is a book written by a Muslim in Spain, and the court in Spain, you know, sentenced him, I think, for 6 months in jail. This is Islam. Beat your wife lightly. You're right. Anyway, thank you, my dear sister, for calling. Take care.
All right, thank you, CP. God bless.
Bye-bye. I mean, why in the world a human being want to beat a woman? If you don't like to be with her, why you marry her? I mean, what this beating will bring to you? What is the solution will solve to you? Will make her a good woman, will make you a good husband. She will cheat on you. If you are jeering her as if a goat, as if she's a goat, and she feel that she is, you know, a woman is a human like you. She have a feeling. She is not, even cats have feeling, my friend. So what do you mean you want to beat them? What will happen next? Tomorrow she will find somebody, he is a male, and he is nicer, and he is kind to her, and she will cheat on you because you are a donkey. And then you wonder why she did cheat on me. We are beating her. There is no human being. He have a, I mean, I don't know how big the brain of a human being can be or how small it can be. He think that by beating someone, you will make this someone be good to you. And here the one is teaching us what is supposed to be wisdom or solution is call himself God. He's Allah. Allah is saying to me, jail your wife, stop having sex with her, and beat her if she disobey you. What kind of God this God is? And do really this is solve the problem? Just to show you how the coward Muhammad, he was not able to practice his own solution on himself. When Muhammad he have his wives because they are the daughters of important men, the daughter of Abu Bakr, the daughter of Umar, the daughter of etc. He did not dare to beat them. Look what happened. Chapter 66, verse number 4 and 5 and etc. If you read this chapter is speaking about Muhammad. He have fights with his wives because Muhammad obviously he is the bad man. Look what Muhammad he did. If you too turn in repentance to him, your heart are indeed so inclined. But if you back each other against him, truly Allah is his protector, and Jibreel, and every righteousness and righteous and one among those who believe, and furthermore the angels will back him up. You see the coward? He is teaching the Muslims to beat their wives, but when they're women, they have a strong family to support them. They have their parents who they are very important. Muhammad, he cannot make them upset. He don't dare to beat them. So he started crying like a puppy. If you both of them support each other against him, which mean me, Muhammad, huh? Okay, you should know that you know Allah is his supporter and Jibreel. Like what the heck? Two women fighting with their husband. What Allah and Jibreel are going to do? Muhammad, he need a protector, and this protector, his name is Allah, to protect him from two women. They are 5 foot tall. Allah is his protector. Allah is not enough. We need Jibreel. Jibreel is his protector. Jibreel is not enough. Every righteous Muslim, 1.6 billions, they will join the fight. Muhammad versus two women. And even every righteous Muslim is not enough. So we need furthermore the angels. Here we go. We. Allah is coming. Allah is coming. The first car is Allah. The second car is what? Let me guess. It's a limousine. Long limousine. Oh, this is Jibreel. Allahu Akbar. Jibreel is coming. Look. A lot of cars is coming. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Zawahiri, Osama bin Laden. Brother Osama bin Laden is coming. Allahu Akbar. 1.6 billion Muslim are coming to support the Prophet against his wives. Allahu Akbar. Look. More cars is coming. There is a lot of cars. Oh, those are the angels. Furthermore, the angels. All of this because this coward, he have a fight with two women. Why he don't beat them? The answer is very simple. They are the daughters of his companions who they are in control. They will kill him. So he was teaching the Muslim to beat their wives because those women are weak, but his wives, he don't dare to do anything with them. Lisa Kazi, how are you, Lisa? Yeah, I will come to the Philippines, but you need to invite me. Am I invited? Nobody's inviting me. I will go. This is Islam, my friend. This is a man who claimed, and the Muslim, they lie. They say there is a writer, author. His name is Dornard Barshow. He said if the Prophet Muhammad was exist now, he can solve all the problems of the world while he is drinking his coffee in the morning. Really, George Bernard Shaw, he said that? And we cannot find the book of George Bernard Shaw saying that anywhere. It was a claim written by a Muslim article, but nobody can find the book. Nobody finds such a book. It's a lie. And here we go, the one who can solve the problems of the world, he cannot solve a problem inside his house to the point he need the support of Allah and Jibreel and every believer in the world, and furthermore all the angels. It looked like the Almighty God and all departments of Islam, of Almighty God of Islam, not my God, they are busy trying to protect the Prophet from the two women who they are 5 foot tall. And I have to agree, Arab women, and I am an Arab, are very aggressive, so don't misestimate how dangerous the situation is. Imagine the poor Prophet against 2 Arabian women. They will eat him alive. This is the prophet of God. Imagine Christian Prince, he started his chat with you today. He said, guys, I have a fight with my 2 wives. And I told them, if you don't repent to Allah and Jibreel and every righteous, and furthermore the angels are going to support me against you. It's so clear that he was a man. He is the man of his time. He is the man. I mean, this is so strong. Obviously this guy is doing poo-poo in his pants because of those 2 women. With such an army you can fight the universe, not 2 wives. Allah is with you if Allah is God. And why you are adding Jibreel? If Allah is with you, who needs Jibreel? What Jibreel would do? He bring rocks? This is the most stupid cult religion ever. What is? A man is fighting with his 2 wives. Why he is bring? Allah is my supporter. And Jibreel. And Jibreel is coming like, yes, I'm here. Yes, master. What do you want? I have those 2 women. They are fighting me. Jibreel, he said, hold on. Don't do anything yet. We are not ready. Allah is here. I am here. We need more. We need more. All the believers. All the believers. Takbir. Yes, sir. Allahu Akbar. Today we are going to do jihad. Allahu Akbar. Against who, sir? Against the wives of the Prophet. Allahu Akbar. That's very dangerous. Please, can we fight Israel instead? Because they are very, very harmful and very aggressive. I prefer to go and do jihad in Afghanistan, but not to fight the wife of the Prophet Aisha. She is a very, very, very aggressive, and she might beat us with her sharp teeth. What? And then after they got the believers is not enough. And furthermore, are you ready, brother, now to do jihad? No, not yet. We need furthermore all the angels in the world. I see the angels. I see a lot of dust is coming. Oh, like 1,000 angel, 2,000 angel, 5,000 angel, 10,000 angel, 100,000 angel. Brother, are you could keep counting forever? There's a lot of angels. When we are going to start the war against Aisha and Hafsa? I mean, come on. Time is going, the sunset. This is a religion. And this is a prophet of God. Hello? 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 I'm sure if you are a Muslim, you are so proud about your prophet. He's asking for help of Allah and the angels and the believers and Jibreel, all against 2 women. I have to admit, those are dangerous women. Do you know what a woman can do? Do you know what a woman can do? This is why I'm not married yet. Ask me why I'm not married. I don't want what happened to the prophet to happen to me. Unbelievable. You will spend your day watching this, is a brother. Two women scaring the hell of Muhammad. So what about the rest? The rest doesn't count. He have 13 wives according to Muslim, but he is scared of 2. 2 of them. because of their parents. They are the leaders of two parties, Democrat and Republican. I wonder what Muhammad will do if his wife was Hillary Clinton. What toothbrush? Those are Arabian women, my friend. They are dangerous, and they are hairy. Unbelievable. And then the Prophet, he forbid Muslim women, Arabian women. You know, we Middle Eastern, we are very hairy. You know, once I was swimming in the swimming pool, they told me, sir, you cannot swim wearing clothes. I said, I'm not wearing my clothes. This is my hair. Hello? I hope there's no atheist here. They will say, see, I told you that the origin of a human being is monkeys. Hello? Do we have any Muslim here? Hello? Any Muslim have a comment? No comment. All right. Well, look like we are out of comment here. What we can do. Guys, did you have a good time today? I hope you do. Remember, my friend, Islam is a very stupid religion. However, you need to teach yourself how to read. I'm not saying I read better than you, but how to read is not about how to read letters, is how to dig behind the letters. I'm sure many people, they read this verse, but nobody notice how ridiculous it is. Because people, they are not trained, or they don't want to train their brain to analyze information. You see, the purpose of books is to supply information to your brain. It's not just to read. So after you read, there's a second process, is to try to understand what's going on. Is, you know, especially if it's speaking about something happening in history, you need to try to live the story. Try to be an imaginary person who lived the story which happened. Imagine yourself now in the time of Muhammad, and Muhammad is saying this statement, and this is why you are laughing now, because it's very silly, but because I made it for you. Look clear how silly it is. So my friend, Islam is not really tough religion to defeat. It is the most stupid, easy to defeat. Every verse in the Quran is a joke. Every chapter, every page in the Quran is a joke. All what you need to do when you read, try to analyze. Try to figure out what's happening. Not just to read. Try to train your brain to be fast thinking brain. You see, it is, the brain is like a machine. If you are not going to practice what you are being given by God, the brain will be slow. You know, if you are a person who just want to eat and drink and sleep and, you know, and take things easy, and you don't want to think, then the brain will not practice. You know, will be really a slow processor. Use it, or you will lose it. I want to say thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you. And I am thankful for the ladies who called us today. I like to hear ladies more calling, actually, because first of all, we are Christians, and the Muslim try to say that women are not allowed to talk, when the fact this is false. Actually, the first one who asked the Messiah for a miracle, it was Mary. And she was sure that he can make it. That's why she asked for it. So women in Christianity, they are not second-hand citizen. When a Muslim, he quote for us that in the Bible says women, they should be quiet in the church. The verse there is speaking about women who they are not talking about God. This is a place of God, and there is true. There is some women, they go just to talk about food, about cooking, about whatever. There is women who they don't want to be part of the church, but they are in the church. But women are always welcome to speak out and to share knowledge, and they can be the best teachers actually. You see, the first teacher who teach you is your mother. It's not your father. It's your mother who teach you how to eat, teach you how to clean yourself, teach you how to grow up to be a man. She is the one who teach you to be a good person. A child who steals something, his mother is the first to know. She will say to him, don't do it again, or she will encourage him to do it, and she just created a thief. The mother can be either a wonderful teacher, can create a generation of good men and women, or she can be a bad woman who can create a generation of thieves and criminals. So in Islam, when the Muslims they try to put the women in the shadow, they are committing a big mistake and a crime against God. For women are not no one. The Messiah, he ordered the Christians, he ordered the women to obey her husband, but in the same time he ordered the man to sacrifice himself the same as the Messiah he sacrificed himself to the church, which means the Messiah he made the women equal to the church. So the obedience here is obedience of love, not the obedience of violence. The woman, she is obedient to her husband, for he is the head of the house, because of love. The man, he sacrificed himself for his wife, the same as the Messiah sacrificed himself to the church, because of love. And this is why there's a huge difference between the way we understand marriage in Christianity and the way they understand sex contract in Islam. In Islam, there's no marriage. A man, he marry a woman, not women. A man who love, he love a woman, not women. A man who want to have a family, he will have a family with a woman, not women. The man who want to marry more than one, he don't love anyone. He love to be with women. That what is in Islam. And that's why the Messiah, he made it clear that the man should marry one woman. One woman, one man. That is family. Anything else is a lost. Why a man he need to have 4 or 5 or 3? And how in the world, if you say to me it's not enough for him to have 4, why 4? What about having 100? Actually in Islam there's no limit. Or what Islam says, that 4 women at the same time, but you have unlimited numbers to remarry again. And that is very ugly. Why you don't allow us to have some fun? I don't understand. Christian by choice, my friend. Let this person have fun. What he's doing? Come on, guys. Take it easy. Let him have fun. I mean, what do you want now? He want to have fun. All right. So anyway, guys, I want to say thank you for being here. May the Lord bless you, and I hope by tomorrow I will be able to do a broadcast, but I'm not sure really. I have some house repair to do. If I'm able to finish, I will do broadcast. If not, maybe the day after, we will see. So I want to say thank you for being here. May the Lord bless you. And again, I like to hear more ladies calling us. Share your voice and let people hear that you are a speaking person in Christianity. You are not a shadow. Be part of the mission. The Messiah, he ordered all the Christians to teach, and women they can be really a clear messengers to bring people to Christ, because they can go where we cannot go. They can go between women and bring women to Christ, and women are very important part of the society. The society without women is not exist, and society without men is not exist too. So we are the society, and you are part of it, which is a very important part of it. So be part of the mission. Thank you very much for being here. Christ is Lord and Islam is false. See you soon again. Take care. Good night. Bye bye.